Hi, everyone.
Hello and
Hello.
welcome.
Welcome back to
Lucky
the
number
Whirlwind
3.
Chronicles.
Whirlwind
Crom-
Omicron.
To the Whirlwind Chronicles.
The Whirlwind Bionicles.
My name is Joe.
My name is Alyssa.
Oh, are we giving our names?
Didn't
My name
we
is
do that
Laura.
every time? Isn't
Not
that
every
a thing?
time, but
Oh,
we
I just
can.
did that.
You
That's
did
okay.
today.
I'm Joe. Anyways.
Now you know.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'm
That's
Josiah.
That's Josiah.
Just in case you forgot about me.
Yeah, he's here too.
Yeah, I'm here too. I'm
That's
right here,
Josiah.
right where you left me.
Oh.
So we got to roll for
We gotta
stuff.
Yeah. All right, you
Does
guys.
anyone have the
I
list of
have the
stuff?
list. Let me pull it up.
She's gonna pull it up.
All right. Who wants to roll for the genre today?
I'll roll for the genre.
Okay. Who wants to roll for the hook?
Have you
It's a
rolled for a
D6.
hook yet, Laura?
Yeah, you roll.
I have
Laura.
not rolled yet.
Yeah,
no.
yeah, you
you
roll.
roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
you roll.
Josiah, go ahead with the genre first.
What am I? What? I forget what
D6.
dice.
A
D6.
D6.
I've rolled a 4.
4. Oh my gosh, yes. I've been waiting for this one.
Oh,
A
boy.
Western.
Oh
Let's
my
go.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and roll the
Yeehaw.
hook.
Oh boy.
A 4 as well, you guys. We've got twin numbers.
So it's cowboy western.
I have no idea how this is going to work.
What is it?
What is it?
Shipwreck.
Western shipwreck?
Wow, we're like
What?
we're like Yeehaw pirates.
What is happening? But the
Okay.
Western is in the desert.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
No.
All right,
Doesn't
you
have to
guys. Josiah, Alyssa, and myself. We will be rolling.
Yes.
Rolling.
I'm scared.
I was
Everyone
DM
get
last
your
week,
D20.
so it's not me.
I'm doing my own here.
You're doing yours on there. Lame.
All right, ready?
Yep.
I will be rolling on there as well.
11.
5.
3.
It
Laura.
is me today.
Laura.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Laura.
Big
gosh.
day, big day.
I really don't know.
You can do it.
What
I
to
totally
do.
believe in you. I
Think
think you're gonna
Jungle
come up with something great.
Cruise.
Yeah, think Jungle
Ooh,
Cruise.
okay.
Or like Jungle Cruise.
Or like, why are the cowboys on the ship?
Or
Yeah.
like, you know,
Out in the ocean, you know, like whatever.
why are the cowboys on the ship?
Why-
that's the whole thing.
It could be rich people back then had little boats.
Yeah, you could do like Jungle
That's-
Cruise.
Oh yeah, I guess we don't have to be cowboys.
No.
Yeah, they had river boats and
Yeah,
stuff.
river boats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Avast and Ahoy there.
Dude, it could be
Yeehaw,
wild.
matey.
cowboys at sea.
That's funny, bro. Cowboys at Sea's hilarious.
Swab the deck, Buckaroo.
That's
Or
hilarious.
maybe we're going to sail around the world starting from Texas.
A cattle ship. All right, everyone.
All right.
Let's get into it. Ready to
Click,
go.
click, snap.
This is the Whirlwind Chronicles.
Oh, gross.
These are the Whirlwind Chronicles. Welcome in. So, I have a question for all of you. While you are in Woodbine, your respective characters, do you think that you would have a meeting time? That you would meet at the observatory? Do you think that you would arrive on time? I would love to know what your usual state of arrival is, and if you could describe that for me. Oh, I'm going to start with you, Ace. Go ahead and describe your character and sort of your like little, whether you have a ritual or like a little thing that you do every time you get to the observatory to get ready for a trip. Just walk through that with your character real
Right.
quick.
So, yeah, Ace is, rocking the. I think last time I clearly specified his cargo pants situation and how there were just an overwhelming amount of pockets in them.
I
that
clearly
are
specified
all-
his cargo pants situation.
Yeah, he just has
Very
a lot of pockets in there, all full of like little knickknacks and thingamabobbers and whatever he could possibly need, and probably rope. If we're
Yep.
you know.
Classic Ace.
Yeah, and wearing like a tattered green hoodie and then like a bunch of like makeshift leather armor that he's made himself.
And Ace is an elf, or
Yeah,
human?
he's an elf.
He's an elf.
He's a wood
that's right.
elf. Yeah. And he what kind of brand of shoe is he wearing? What kind of like generic brand? Probably some no, he made them himself. Just leather boots that he made himself for sure.
Sweet.
Yeah. Like tied together with so much rope probably.
A rope.
So you
boy.
walk into the observatory and you see Eddie. She's in the back already. She's reading her books. She's sitting there studying some form of herbology or something like that. I know that's a Harry Potter term. What's a good term?
No,
Herbology is a
thing.
real
That's a
term.
real term?
Oh
Herbs.
yeah. Herbology.
Is that what it's called in the real
Yeah,
world?
what do you think it was called?
I don't know.
Plantology?
I have no idea. I was like, that's
It's
a
the
Harry
study-
Potter term.
No, it's the study of plants and plant lore.
That is hilarious.
Herbology's
Botanist
not
study-
real.
So yeah,
Botanists study herbology.
Eddie is very punctual. She's always reading a book and studying. She has her books. She's got like her backpack prepared and her notebook prepared. And so you see her in the back. She's just like sitting in the library. Do you do anything?
Yeah,
No one else has arrived.
I'll probably walk up. Hey, Eddie.
Oh, hi,
Ed?
Wallace.
Do you go by Ed? Is Ed cool? I don't know.
Sure. You can call me Ed,
Ed
if
seems
you
cool.
want.
Unless
Okay.
you don't like it, then
You know-
seems like
You know, I never really thought about it. Everyone's just always called me Eddie. So
we'll stick with Eddie.
Okay.
We don't have to do the whole Ed thing.
Great.
How's it going? What you got here?
Oh, well, I am reading about herbology. I'm getting ready for the trip. What about you?
I've just been milling around in the woods, doing this, that, and the other.
Well,
Yeah.
good for you. Good. Okay.
I've been. I'm actually working on a little hideout close to here, a little underground bunker situation.
Oh,
You never know when you need another bunker.
yeah. Yeah.
Could be a cool place to hang out. Who knows?
And at this moment, Cal, you walk in.
Yeah. And I walk in and I throw my bag of holding that I've had since I was like 6 from my parents that has my name etched into it that looks like a school backpack. I just like throw it in the corner of the room and walk in. I'm like, hello, everyone. And I kind of probably walked in the middle of the room to like one of the couches at the lounging-ish area, maybe near the library, and just like immediately lay on it. And I'm like, how are we doing?
Good.
Cal,
I'm just reading
how's
my
it
book.
going?
Where's Juniper?
good.
She's late every time.
I mean, yeah. She's probably, I don't know,
Well, she's
saving a
sometimes-
forest
sometimes,
again or
but-
something.
Well, I'm reading this herbology book, and she would really enjoy it if she was here. Alyssa,
Yes.
what is Juniper doing?
Well, after about 15 minutes of when we're supposed to be there,
Mm-hmm.
she'll walk in.
Okay.
Bust open the door. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I just, oh, you won't even believe what happened. Somebody a couple of kids came into the plant store and they were just like touching everything and getting their oily little hands all over everything. And I had to like clean off the leaves and, they weren't very happy with it. So I totally lost track of time. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, it's
Are we ready to
fine.
go?
Okay.
All right.
Do you guys want to see the bunker that I've been working
No.
on?
No,
Or-
let's
okay.
go, let's
Okay.
go.
You're right. Let's just go.
Dang. Hey, I mean, I'd love to see it sometime.
No, it's not. It's
Well,
not.
not yeah, sometime.
All right.
What bunker? Let's go, guys. Yeah.
So you all place the book on the pedestal. The familiar pages flip. The familiar blue light encases all of us. And you zoom off. In the blink of an eye, you are back where you were standing. And everything looks as if it's the same. Although you do notice that the sun is super bright through the windows above you. But you can't see anything but a blue sky and a piercing hot sun. What do you do?
Yeah, I immediately open the door to see what we're working with.
Well, I look at the book
here.
and see what the book says.
Yeah, I'll take a look at the
Okay.
page spread.
Cal, you run over to the door, and while Juniper and Wallace run over to the book, And as you open the door, you just feel a blast of desert heat right in your face. And you see sun glares over the white hot sand in front of you. As you guys look down in the book, you see a sentence, a new sentence that you've never read before, per usual, that says, complete a bounty.
Oh, dude.
Complete a bounty. What do you think that means?
I think we have to kill someone. I think. I remember, in all the books that I've read. I think. I don't know how I know that, but yeah.
Cal, you seem to know a lot about the subject.
No, I don't. That's not true. And he kind of just looks outside.
You sound very, very sure that's
No.
what that is.
No.
Okay,
I mean,
wait.
I am sure, but yeah. As Cal is explaining or trying to kind of brush it off, as he's like, I've heard that before.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure. After opening,
I say that to you as if I'm not DMing. That's so
Yeah.
funny. I'm gonna do an insight check.
That's fine.
It's probably not very good.
Here, I'll roll a combating deception check, and whoever wins. Oh, I rolled a natural 1, so.
I rolled a 10.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean.
So what would I get? What would I see?
I mean, yeah, he knows what a bounty is, and he was definitely lying and
But I want
probably
to see
almost
why
being
he's
sarcastic.
Yeah, I want to see why. Why does he feel uncomfortable about it? Does he trying to play it off that he doesn't know stuff, or is he like hiding something?
It's pushing on the limits of like what he's supposed to or what he's allowed to talk to people about, I guess, in terms of his family life. And he said it probably pretty confidently, like, oh, a bounty is blah, 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 and then realized like he probably is like giving away too much and is like, and like trying to pull back. But as he's explaining all this, Cal usually wears he's a half elf. He usually wears like a leather jacket pretty much everywhere. He is currently taking it off and probably has like some band t-shirt underneath, but he's like, I will not need this today, and just throws it on top of the bag of holding that he ran in with. It's like, okay, anyways, doesn't matter, let's just go.
Edna, meanwhile, is getting a total like a cowboy hat and a pair of boots. Because that is 100% the kind of person she is.
Cal would get like one of those like ascots that you can like dip in water just to keep your neck cold or whatever, or just like a bandana, I guess.
All right. So we have to get a bounty. We don't have to kill someone, right? I don't feel comfortable with that. The Whirlwind's never asked us to kill anyone before.
Yeah, I don't think
Maybe
we're
a
supposed to.
bounty. Maybe it just is like you have to find somebody or something like that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Maybe.
Maybe. Hopefully. Oh, that's true. Sometimes bounties are just like,
sometimes
ooh,
it's
dead
like-
or alive.
True. Or like a bounty can just be like, yeah, like, oh, you got a bounty on your head. That means they're trying to find you. Like, I guess.
Yeah, and then you can bring them in dead or alive.
Yeah, I guess that's what you just said.
Okay,
well,
so we're going to go fight crime.
Cal, are you still at the door?
Does that make us sheriffs?
Yeah, I would be at the door.
Go ahead and
Probably
make a
just looking
perception
out
check.
into the sun.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check.
It is a 7. So, I don't know, sorry, 10.
A 10. You see a sort of dark blob in the distance, but you can't make it out against the sunlight.
Some sort of dark blob in the
So
distance.
it's something. It's either foliage, desert foliage. It's a town. It might be even a mountain, but you're kind of unsure. It wasn't the highest perception check, but there's at least something to maybe walk towards in the distance, where it's not just an expanse of desert.
Okay. Yeah, there's something out there we could maybe walk towards. I don't see much else. It's just kind of sand. I hate sand.
So glad. I am so glad we are in the heat today. This is the best day ever.
What? Oh, right.
It's just been so cold the last few times.
That's true.
I'm just ready for the sun.
Yeah. Okay, are we ready to go? Ace, are you wearing all of that camo?
Yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah,
really
at
heavy
this
clothes.
point he has like ripped the sleeves off of his
Cal,
hoodie
you
and
could
he's
have
got
just
like
taken it off.
he's got like eye black, like he's ready.
Cal, you didn't have to rip the
Eye
sleeves. You
black?
could have just
You
taken
called
the
him Cal.
Ace. I'm Cal. Ace, you could have just taken the hoodie off. You didn't have to rip the sleeves off.
Hoodie. No, he's got like a tattered T-shirt, but he's ripped the sleeves off of that like T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Juniper probably goes over to the thing that makes clothes for them, or they get clothes from, and she grabs a bandana and like ties it in her hair and like puts on some, I don't know, probably some cowgirl boots and some. She's ready. She's like
Nice.
trying to fit the part, but
Nice.
like
Little Rosie the Riveter
yeah,
situation.
for sure.
Nice,
yeah,
nice. Eddie is doing the same thing. All right, you guys ready to go?
Ace is getting like some fringed pants and like some feathers.
some feathers.
Oh no.
Going for a different Western vibe.
All right, the four of us.
He's wearing chaps. He's got chaps.
He's got chaps. He's got assless
Assless
chaps.
chaps.
Yeah, I was about to say. So the four friends.
no pants, just ass.
Yep.
They go out into the desert. Do we want to go towards that thing over there?
I mean,
maybe.
yeah, there's
I
nothing
guess
else
it
around.
looks
We just
like
have to
it's a
find a
place to
town, I
go.
guess.
Yeah,
Okay, let's go.
let's do it.
As they walk, you see Eddie. She has pulled her like dark orange hair behind her back. It sort of matches her like bright golden yellow tiefling skin. She's got sort of small tail, small horns, and these golden irises that match her skin. And she's just like thriving in the desert heat right now. She just loves the warmth. Go ahead. Who wants to? Let's find a marching order here. Who wants to take the lead?
I'll go first.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and have you roll a survival check then to guide the party. Does anyone want to step in and help Cal do this?
Yeah, I'll help him.
Okay. So you can either roll your own, or give him an advantage.
Do you have good survival?
Mine's a +1.
Mine's a +2. I'll roll.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, 18.
Okay.
Oh, excellent.
So Cal starts confidently going towards this, what looks like, as you keep walking, is a town. And he starts, going a little off the path, maybe into an area where there's some, like, rattlesnakes and things. And Juniper kind of guides him and kind of keeps
hold on.
him.
I'm not quite that way. Let's just go over this way.
I just thought I saw like a tree root over here.
Oh.
Look at this. Look at this. Whoa!
Oh, hey, no. Oh, that's
Oh,
a rattlesnake.
that's a
Come on,
snake.
come on.
That's a snake.
Okay,
My bad.
run,
Whoa,
run.
Hey, snakes are cool. Snakes are cool. Hey, bud. Hey, come here. And
The snake just bites you.
Huh?
I need you to make...
Poison
I'm
level.
gonna just try to
18.
like catch it and like do like a know how you like grab a snake a certain way to like
Yeah.
kind of like hold it.
All right, I'm going to have you do a few checks. Do a dexterity save. To see if you can counter the snake coming after you.
It's 22.
Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to say you catch it and you're able to grab it. I'm assuming you want to grab it sort of behind the head.
Yeah, like behind the head and then like about halfway like up the body and just kind
Okay.
of, secure it. And be like, see, it's not so bad.
Wow.
Look at that.
Ace,
Hey,
what was
little
that?
guy.
It's just a snake. You got to learn how to handle them a certain way and then just like calm it down. It won't hurt you.
I don't know. I feel like it tried to bite you.
Yeah.
That's fine. I
So
got it.
how are you just going to carry it the whole way there?
Yeah. What are you gonna do now?
You just want
Probably
to
not.
have
I'll go put it somewhere out of the way. We'll just
It's just a desert. I feel like everywhere's out of the way.
I don't know. Or maybe we'll bring it with us.
chucks it.
Hey,
Backflip.
maybe we can like domesticate it.
Domesticated it.
Yeah.
As you guys keep walking, you slowly make your way up to the town. You find that even though it was only about, I would say, 30 to 40 minutes of walking, which is not, a whole lot. That's probably about like a mile or so walking. You are like exhausted by the time you get there. So you realize if you're gonna go out of the town again, you're gonna need to really stock up on water and really be careful about how you travel out here. So you walk into this town, and the first thing you notice is that a lone tumbleweed rolls by. There's not many people out and about. You see an older woman standing on a porch with a shotgun in her hand, watching you as you walk by. She's too far away to talk to, but you see her sort of in the distance. As you keep going, some of the doors of the buildings kind of crack open. You see someone peek out and then close it again. It's pretty quiet in this town. There's not many people out here. Go ahead and make a perception check. Yeah.
Perception checks?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check.
11.
11.
I rolled
I'm specifically looking for a notice board.
a 17.
Okay.
I
17.
rolled a 21.
Okay, so Juniper, you don't see anything, I think. But Cal and Wallace, you guys notice sort of a sheriff's building in the center of town, and next to the door there's a big board posted. And you see nails in the boards, and this like big wooden board. And you see little chunks of paper, and you realize that a lot of them have been ripped down. So there's only tiny little pieces where old bounties have been kind of posted, but they're not there anymore. And you see just one up near the top, and it looks like a very, very old notice, but no one seems to have touched it, and no one even seems to be out here looking at the board, so.
I walk up to the board. You said there's one left?
There's just one left.
Yeah, I'll go take the
Yeah, what is it?
You see a really old bounty that says, I'm gonna look up a fake name.
Cal, what do you think we should name the snake? I'm thinking...
Dude, I'm
You didn't
so
leave
over
the snake in the
Why do you
desert?
still have the snake?
Ace.
I think we should name it...
No, Ace.
No
we
wonder
should-
everyone's running away from us. You're
You
carrying a
should
snake
you
into
should
their
name
town.
it Ace.
I'm gonna name it Jake.
Okay. Look at this name here. It says, hold on, let me focus.
It
before
says
I read this.
Captain Sea Dog.
Captain Sea Dog.
Wanted, dead or alive, but you see the alive part is crossed out.
Oh man, we gotta kill him. Has anyone? I turn around.
I don't
want to
kill anyone.
I turn around to the group with my hands up, like at my sides, like I'm about to explain something. Has anyone killed anyone here?
No,
No?
I haven't.
Okay, I haven't either.
Maybe.
Okay.
Juniper,
Yeah.
you killed someone?
Killed someone?
God, I hope Juniper's killed someone.
I mean,
You seem like the least likely
well,
to,
um,
you know?
yeah.
Care to
Wait a minute.
explain?
When
Juniper,
did you
have you killed
kill
someone?
someone?
Listen, guys,
I'm listening.
there was a
I'm
long
all
time
ears.
ago back when we lived out in the forest before we kind of like joined civilization. It's kind of dangerous out there, and sometimes you get attacked, and sometimes you gotta defend your colony.
There's
Who did you
random
get
people that
attacked by?
attacked you. Yeah,
I mean,
what?
Yeah, that's just kind of how it goes. We were pretty far away from all of civilization, and it was a long journey to get here, and that's just
Wait a minute.
Sorry,
Let's-
I am
hold on.
so
That's
confused.
just the way that it
Juniper,
Everyone
I've
shut up.
known you since
What?
5th grade.
Everyone
Well,
shut up. Everyone shut up. Okay, so you're saying you were in the far away,
yes.
and then some people stumbled across your home and attacked you?
Well, no, they didn't just stumble across our home. They were looking for us because we had very valuable magic and all of the best like we had these like medicinal herbs and all kinds of stuff. And so we had a lot of value, and so people would hunt our colony.
And you killed someone when
killed
you were
someone.
a
You killed them?
child?
You didn't like just...
You
That
would have
was-
been like 4.
That
Do
was
like
kind
a
of just like a part of our
disappearing-
lives. Like just
Killing was a
How many
part
of
of your life?
You
How-
killed
how
like
often did
human
you...
like
how
people.
many?
not a lot.
Edna is like shocked right now. You see her face is just total
No,
disbelief.
it's not a lot, and it was only ever in self-defense. I never it's not like I enjoyed it. It was not fun, but
Wait, so how old were you when you killed someone?
I don't know.
Okay, I vote
10.
that Juniper killed the Captain
Yeah, I
Seabeard.
guess so. She's so
Well,
used to
it's
killing.
not like I
Or
like
sea
it.
dog.
You're
Okay,
the most
so wait,
experienced
so-
It's
killer.
not like I like it.
How did you kill this person?
I mean, I don't really want to talk about it.
Well, I would like to know now. I don't know about you guys, but
I mean,
I
I
know
feel
we're
like
it's-
walking
I
around
feel
with,
like
a,
it's-
with a murderer.
Pertinent information,
okay,
you know?
well,
Yeah,
I mean,
I would agree with them.
All right, so I mean, you guys know how like I'm really good with plants and stuff, right?
Do you choke him
Yeah,
with a
I guess you're
plant?
all right.
Okay. Okay.
Did you make a plant choke him?
No, I didn't make a plant choke him. I just happen to know which plants are really great for healing you and which plants are really great for hurting you. And, so sometimes I can make up different little potions or, like tip an arrow and poison. And then, there's not much you have to do.
You dipped an arrow in poison when you were 4 years old and killed someone?
I wasn't 4. I was 7.
7?
That's...
Listen, I said, this is just the way I grew up. This is just how it was. There wasn't we had to survive.
We're walking around with a murderer.
At
That
this
is
point,
despicable.
the saloon doors to they're not really, it's not a saloon, but I imagine those doors that you see in like the old Western saloons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The doors sort of flap open, and an older gentleman with a big gray mustache and a big hat, cowboy, 10-gallon cowboy hat, walks out with his hands in his pockets and his one arm sort of hanging off his hip as if he's holding a pistol, and he eyes you guys, and he looks and he says, "Now what the 4 are you doing in my town?"
Well, actually,
Well,
there's
hello
5 of
there.
us, and I hold up the snake.
Oh.
You didn't answer my question.
My
You
name
got
is,
5 seconds before I shoot.
My name is Juniper, and we are just here to help complete this bounty that you have here.
We're just tumbling through like a tumbleweed.
Juniper, and I
say.
extend my hand. And your name is?
We don't get lots of visitors in these parts. And he spits into a little thing.
In like one of those metal cans.
Yeah.
My name is Sheriff McGriffin.
What?
Sorry, is that an
How do you
F
say
or a
that? Is that with a
TH?
TH or an F?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't tell.
Did anyone get that?
No, I didn't.
It's with a TH.
Sarah
McGriffin.
McGriffin.
Sheriff McGriffin.
You guys, we love an improv one shot.
We love it improv.
Sheriff McGriffin.
Sorry, I'm
Wow.
Sheriff McGriffin.
Now,
Sheriff
Sheriff
Tell me
McGriffin.
again.
Sheriff
Sheriff
McGriffin.
Excuse me, I do not
That's hard
need
to
Sorry,
say.
I gotta
to.
practice
Okay,
that.
boys.
Say that 5 times.
He
5
shoots.
times
He
fast.
shoots a warning shot with his pistol.
Whoa,
Hey,
hey now.
It was just. Oh.
You're gonna scare Jake.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, no
Okay,
one-
You
what-
got
Drop-
5 seconds to tell me why you're really here. No one here comes to for that bounty.
Truly, we just wanted to come for. We heard tell of a bounty that no one had ever completed, and we wanted to just, do it.
Complete it, you could say.
We're here to complete it. That's right. The young little green one has a point. We're here to just complete the bounty for Captain. What's the guy's name?
MacGuffin.
No, that's Sheriff McGuffin. I'm talking about the.
You know what I just realized, you guys? I mean, you can cut this or not. I actually don't really care. I never talked about where the observatory door was.
What do you mean?
No, it's just in the desert.
Yeah,
Just
it
standing in
was just a normal doorway in the desert. We're gonna.
That's fine.
That's canon. We're gonna keep
Normal
that. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. What's the guy's name on the bounty? Captain.
Captain
Captain Sea Dog.
Captain Sea Dog.
Sea Dog.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
here for Captain Sea Dog.
Sir, do you know of Captain Sea Dog? Why has this bounty never been taken? And he sort of turns and he goes, "I don't see any horses. How'd you get to this here town? It's pretty remote."
Yeah. Would you believe me if I said we walked?
Yeah, we came on foot.
Ain't
how we
no
got this.
one can survive the desert like that, son.
Well, I can because I can I can make water and
Okay.
stuff.
All right. This is our friend Juniper. We recently learned some crazy information, and we're ready to take on this bounty.
Step into my office. And he walks in through to the
He's got an offer.
I've been saying
guy's
that
got an
forever.
arm.
he steps
Yeah.
into the
Middle of the
sheriff's
desert.
building. Do you all follow?
Yeah.
Okay. As you go in, you see it's pretty there's 2 little holding cells on the back wall, but there's no one in there. I mean, he's the first, besides like the few people you've seen peeking out of their houses, he's like the first person that he's the first person that you've really seen or interacted with in this town. It's a little odd and unnerving. But he sits down at his desk and he pulls out a drawer and he pulls out some papers and he slams it onto the desk. Go ahead and take it. Can't see you'll come back alive though. wouldn't mind that. I find your type, sort of. Sorry, get my words mixed up.
That's all right. That's all right. You're my sort of type of. Look, we all do that from time to time.
You guys,
Sheriff
my brain is
MacGuffin.
soup today. MacGuffin.
Sheriff MacGuffin.
It's awesome.
I find your type sort of shifty. So go ahead and take it and get on out of here. This
I got
town.
a question. What's he dressed like? Is he dressed like modern day cowboy? Is he dressed like old timey?
Old timey. You get the sense that you walked back in time to those old cowboy films.
Back in time.
Back in time. Those old western films.
So, does he react at all? Did he react at all when he's, because a lot of us are in still like modern-ish day clothes. Did he react at all?
Yes. Okay. Roll an insight check. Yeah. Roll insight checks
Can I
into
as well?
how he's been looking at you. Yeah, go ahead.
Also, I'm curious of how he's looking at us, given the fact that we're not human.
15.
We are not
8.
human, and I rolled a 17.
So I'm going to say that you can tell Cal that he is looking at the four of us very strangely, just like looks, but then also like he's not used to seeing people of our age, etc., etc. Juniper, you don't really get much except like, oh, we're in a strange town, so he's looking at us strangely. Wallace, I'll say you see a little bit deeper than that. You see another level where he's really surprised by the appearance and the age and the look, which you kind of expect based off of how he's dressed, but also he's surprised to just see a person who's new to town in general. And you get the sense that no one's come to this town a long, long time.
Okay, well, sir, what is this giant stack of papers that you just handed us?
It's all the information I have on Captain Sea Dog. Now you can take it and leave.
And quick question. I don't know if the rest of my friends here noticed, but it doesn't seem like there's anything around. Is there water nearby? Is this guy's a captain? Like of a boat? Or is he
You
a
can
captain
read
of like
the paper
like
and
a
you can
military?
find out for yourself. But all I'm going to say is
It's a
Captain
military?
Seabeard has been dead for 100 years.
That's amazing. But what about Captain Sea Dog?
Yeah, and
yeah.
and I have another question
That's
while
amazing.
we're talking about what is like the origin of this guy's name? Why is it spelled C-DAWG? What does that mean?
Oh my god.
That seems so obscure to me. I've never seen anything like that.
That is strange, Ace. I do notice that now. Is he a rapper?
The origins of this curse is quite mysterious. None of us have ever figured it out.
Oh, so C stands for
There's a
curse,
curse?
maybe.
Can you make
Can we
some
look
sort
at
of
the papers?
Yeah, Juniper, you pick up the
Yeah, I'm
papers.
gonna look at the papers.
Oh, that was
Juniper,
so
go
funny.
ahead and Juniper, go ahead and pick up the papers. Cal, I'm gonna have you do a persuasion check or something to get into his good graces.
Sure.
What do I investigation on the papers? or
Dang
what?
it.
Yeah, do an investigation check, just preliminary, to see how much you get off of reading the first, 2 pages.
I
it's
rolled
like
an
5
8.
pages.
Natural 20 for a 21.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what checks are we rolling?
No, not you.
Not me.
Not you.
I rolled an 8.
Cal, you just see him eye you suspiciously, doesn't answer your question. Juniper, when you read it, you see a town ledger. You see a history of the town that you're in. You realized it's called Old Hopeful, and it's been a town since
Just like Old Faithful.
I love
but
how her
Old Hopeful.
DMing is turning Western, too. She's been like...
Yeah.
Old
you see that
Hopeful.
it's been founded and been in place since the early 1800s, and this town has been sort of like a pioneer, first of its kind of town over here on the Western Front. But there's not a lot of water.
Okay.
There used to be a well. You read that there used to be a well.
Well.
Stop.
All right, enough. Let her finish.
There used to be a well over in the corner. You see, there's an area of town when you walked in, there was some desert foliage and cacti and things. And you would assume that's probably where the well would be, or something along those lines. There's a town record of an old man who claimed to be a pirate on the seas of the Pacific, who came into the town one day and was not given shelter. He was not given sanctuary when he asked for help. And so he wandered out into the desert and died, and his final words before he left was that the town would be cursed. And he called himself Captain Sea Dog.
Dog.
Dog. I hate that you said that, Josiah.
It has
I
to be canon now.
Oh, that's the best.
And so you see, and so ever since then, the well has dried up, and slowly the town has been dwindling and shrinking. And now it's basically a ghost town. Everyone who's here is surviving off of water from cacti, or water that's imported.
Oh my!
Which is, pretty far away. It's a pretty remote town from what you're reading here. And so it's the bounty that's been on that board since then of bringing back Captain Sea Dog, dead or alive. But it's been so many years that they know he's dead at this point. So the alive has been crossed out, and they're basically just trying to figure out where he died, in what way he cursed them.
How to lift the curse.
Yeah, basically. Okay. So that's sort of what you gather from these papers. But yeah, you realize that you all showing up is very, very strange, especially since you didn't come in with horses. It would have been different if you came in a carriage or something like that, but just walking up the front door and being like, we're here for the bounty. This guy is very suspicious right now.
So my friend, we're gonna go try our best to find this Captain Sea Dog. How do we
You'll die of heat and starvation.
Right, so that was my next question, is how we don't do that. Do you have any tips, anything you can give us?
Yeah, like some
help.
I can make water.
Okay,
sir,
well, we're all human.
Eddie steps forward. Sir, we want to, help you. We're here to help. And we've heard about the curse from far off, and we're just here to break it for you guys, because we heard that you had a curse. And she looks at Juniper, because she's not really sure what the curse is, but she heard him say that. She hasn't read the papers. So Cal, I'm going to go have you do another persuasion check, and I'll have you do it with advantage because she stepped forward.
I rolled a 13. Man, I'm rolling really bad.
All right, he's going to lean back on the desk, and he's going to say, all right, and why do you want to break this here curse in our town?
Well, don't you want it broken?
Hopeful has been standing for many a year, and no one's come to try and help us.
Well, today's your lucky day, sir. We're here. We're going to do it.
What's your name, son?
My name is Calgo. Calgo Cassidy. Nice to meet you. He sticks his hand out for like a handshake.
He'll,
Y'all do that around here?
I like how you have a southern accent.
Yeah, what?
He'll reach out and take your hand. Calgo, Mr. Cassidy, it's nice to meet you. What about you all? Edna steps forward. Edna Purup, sir?
And as I said before, Juniper Thistlepine, and she'll extend her hand as well.
He doesn't take it. He's kind of confused by who you are. All right.
Oh.
And you, young man with a snake.
Well, my name is Wallace Elderbow, but people call me Ace. And
That's
this is Jake.
No, don't pay attention to the snake. He found that on the way here.
Ignore the snake.
Ignore the snake.
No, don't ignore the snake.
It's pretty impressive, I gotta say. I just gotta...
What kind of snake is that?
It's a rattlesnake.
Is a...
I don't think anyone listens to me.
Would I know what kind of
it's
snake
got more
this
of a
is?
name than just a rattlesnake.
Go ahead and make a guess at what the snake is. Or go ahead and make a guess at whether what snake you would like it to be, and then I'm going to have you roll a nature
there's
check.
more than one
And how
rattlesnake.
high you get is whether you're right or not.
Okay, this...
We're going to do this a different way.
This is a thistleback rattlesnake.
Oh, that sounds a lot like
That
my
sounds a
last
lot
name.
Go ahead and roll a nature check.
What is your last name?
Thistlepine.
Thistlepine. Go ahead and roll a
Wow.
nature check.
That's
your
why the
brain
word
got it.
thistle was
Yep.
in my head.
That's why this thing's such a cold hard killer.
Yeah.
They named it after my family.
Yeah,
actually.
probably.
17.
All right. It is. you see on his face he's a little impressed with you. You figure you knew what the snake was. Not only that, but you managed to get it to not bite you.
A thistleback. Okay. It is very similar to your name.
All
Yeah, it
right.
is.
Sit down,
Coincidentally.
kids. Sit down.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Okay.
So, we don't have any horses around here. We have about 2. You guys have gold or any type of exchange of goods? If you go out without those horses, you're gonna die. I'm gotta tell you that straight off.
Well, are there horses to be had, or
I said we got 2.
lent
We
out?
got about 2 we can spare.
okay?
The rest we need for our town.
Well,
We don't
if
have that
I-
many
Fine.
people out here, but we need at least we need the rest for ourselves.
What if
That's
I
fine.
made some water for you guys? You seem like you're a pretty short supply of water around here.
That is true. That is a good point.
I heard of folk like you. You can.
I can make water.
He kind of just leans back and waits.
Do you have a barrel or
He raises his eyebrows as if it's not much. You kind of get the sense of he's like, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but he's waiting to see.
Okay, I need a barrel to put the water into, so I'm gonna look around the room and see if there's any kind of container.
He kind of motions over towards a spittoon bucket.
I can make a lot more water than that.
And that thing's kind of probably gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna need a big, I can create 10 gallons. Okay.
Do you have a 10-gallon bucket?
Wait, isn't your hat 10 gallons?
I was going to say that, but then I changed the bucket.
Okay, I'm gonna
He'll pull an old barrel from the corner, and open it up.
All right, here we go.
All right, nobody look.
No.
Just kidding. Everyone turn away. God.
Yeah.
Privacy.
Yeah.
So dumb. It's magic, okay?
Yeah, where's it come from?
I was raised with manners. I was taught not to stare at people
I
when
take
When
out-
they're making water.
when they're making water. You don't stare at them. Rude.
I take out my little flask that I have that has some water in it. And she pours one little drop into the barrel and then does a little hand motion over it and it fills to the top with water.
What does the hand motion look like?
For our
podcast listeners.
audio listeners.
She just did a really cool one, you guys.
Yeah,
You
guys, it was
you just
pretty
missed
dope.
it.
like
It
she
was
on
really
a
cool.
turntable.
It
like
was
a
probably the
DJ.
most amazing
It was
hand
like-
motion I've ever
That was
seen, but you
incredible.
guys,
I know,
you
it's
guys
pretty
can't
impressive,
see
but
it.
you'll
yeah,
never know.
it looked like Gordon Ramsay adding a pinch of salt.
Something like that.
He steps back just wide-eyed and shocked. He's just like,
See, she made water.
So there you go.
There
Could
you
we
go.
have the horses, please?
all right. Oh, okay. And he takes his hat and he walks out of the room.
Okay, that wasn't very helpful. He just left.
Yeah,
Should we
no.
follow him?
And-
Yes, of course we should follow him. He's taking us to the horses.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. what I was gonna
So
say.
you guys walk out and you see him. He's already crossed the street and entered a building across the street.
Oh my gosh, so fast.
Man, he's-
Is
As
it
the-
weirdly fast?
Yeah, he's like
booking
saw
it.
the water
Walks
and
fast.
he just
Okay.
booked it somewhere.
All right.
Get
All right, I
forward.
go jog to catch up.
Yeah, me too.
As you go across, you hear like a little old-timey piano playing, and you realize this is the saloon. And you walk in, and the doors swing open, and there's an old guy with a glass of hot whiskey. He's sitting there on the piano just playing. It's not actually hot, but it's hot because it's in the sun in
Oh,
the
yeah,
desert.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's been sitting
some
out, and so it's
lukewarm
it's some
Fireball.
gross. Yeah, it's like some gross hot whiskey. But he's drinking anyway, and you got some other guys drinking some mezcal in the corner, and there's just these old dudes smoking some cigars and a few barmaids, but it's not a super crowded saloon, but it's pretty, it's pretty busy. And you see the sheriff just in there talking very animatedly to the bartender or lady over yonder. She's behind the bar and she was making a few drinks and she's looking at him, and she just looks like she's making kind of a face where she's judging him and kind of in disbelief, and he's wider-eyed than you'd seen him this whole time. This whole time he's been scowling, and his face is suddenly open and wide, and he's gesturing to her like he's seen something amazing, and starts pulling her back from behind the bar. And she's just like,
Hello? Hello?
Howdy.
Guys, he's doing something. Chill.
Griffin, I don't know what you're trying to do, but I have work to do. I have people to serve and guests to serve, and she sees all of you. Excuse me?
Yeah. Hello.
Howdy.
Follow my lead. And I walk forward.
Okay.
I kind of like long strides, kind of walk up, hands in the pockets. And I walk up, kind of lean on the bar. G'day, ma'am. We are looking for a couple of horses to travel through these hot deserts in. And I kind of like raise an eyebrow, like, huh?
And this is Jake.
Go ahead and do.
Is this a flirtation roll? Like,
No.
what's happening here?
Go
No,
ahead
I'm just
and
trying to
do-
act like a cool cowboy.
Go ahead
Cool
and do
cowboy.
A persuasion check. I will say now
Roll
that
something
you're
well.
kind
21.
of. Wow. So I'll just describe the woman a little bit more. You see, she has this dark black hair tied back into like a bandana. She's got this like dress that's bunched around off the shoulder, big bosom that's pushed up in like a corset, and she's got like a towel in the side of her skirt. She's got dark makeup on and red lipstick, but most of it is like smeared and sweated off almost. Like it's just like a hot, grody little town. And everyone in here is like hot and grody, basically.
This woman is very hot, but also grody.
You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
you're like just like 3-day-old makeup, and
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
just like serving drinks and all
You
that.
want to know
Oh, no.
how I got these?
I want to know how I pour these beers.
And she looks at you. What did you roll again? A 23?
21.
Oh, 21. All right. You want some horses? Sheriff Griffin. What are you, McGriffin? Or what are you?
McGriffin.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Right. Well, you said it
Sheriff
wrong the first time.
I know. I
distracted.
changed it. I checked
all right.
myself.
You probably have nicknames.
Sheriff McGriffin, do you know who this is? And he goes, Camille, there is a person who can make us water. You don't understand. And he points to you, Juniper. Show her what you showed me.
Now, and I kind of step in front. I go, hold on. Okay, we don't work for free. All right.
All right, what do you want?
Here's what we want.
2
First off-
horses. That was
Da
the
da
agreement.
da.
And
Da
more.
da. First off, ma'am. Yes, as the young, small green one said, we would like as many horses.
You're pretty young and small too.
That's right,
but
but
he's not green.
But I am not green. Thank you, Wallace. This is my friend Wallace.
And this is Jake.
And
No,
don't-
you're a little bit more gray.
Don't pay attention to the snake. I am a little bit gray, but I am not green. Like the small green one said, we are looking for as many
I have a
horses,
name.
as you can spare, as well as.
Well, I'm not the one to talk about that. I run here. I
Well-
run the saloon.
All right, I'm just letting you know. But also, if you'd like some water, which I'm sure these fine people in here would
What
love
are
some
you
water.
talking about, Sheriff McGriffin? McGriffin.
What are you talking about, Andy Griffith?
What are you-
Sir, they seem to all mistake your name here.
It turned into some merged
Sheriff
thing
Griffith.
of Griffin
McGriffith.
and Griffin and Griffith. I don't even know. McGriffin. What are you talking about? I'm just. Have you been drinking out of the?
Ma'am, we could get you water, but we would like a little bit of whiskey first. The devil's water, if you know what I mean. Also, if you could point me in the direction of any cigar or tobacco location, that would be great.
You paying?
Yes.
All right. What you got?
Well, water for you guys. Juniper, do the thing.
Well, so here's the thing.
Hey, more water means
I
distilling
am
more
a little
whiskey.
tired from that. However, and I will, I'll point down at the ground near us, and a tiny little flower will poke up out of it.
Juniper, we would need the water.
I don't have any. I can't do that right now.
I turn back to the barkeep.
Look at that!
I turn back to the barkeep. Excuse us for a second. And I walk over to Juniper and I like put my hand around her and like pull her up near the door. I'm like, We need more
Cal,
water.
I can
What are we
only
doing
do
about
so
the-
much of this every day.
Okay,
I
can you
can
do it
only
one
do
more
it.
time?
Yes, but then for the rest of the day, I can't do anything else.
That's okay.
If we're gonna fight something, I need to be
No,
stronger.
no. Clearly, the sheriff thinks that if this lady knows that you can make water, it's a big deal.
Juniper, I kind of agree with Cal. Now that we've shown them you can make water, you kind of have to.
I just figured we could say
We
that they'll
probably
get more
shouldn't have
water
done that
when
in
we
the
come
first
back.
place.
No,
We're in the
no.
middle of the desert. They could trap us here and make you make water every day.
That's
you know?
true. That'd be
That
terrible.
could be a really
It's
bad
fine.
situation.
I'm stronger than that. But I think we
That's
should
true.
say
She has killed people.
She'll kill them.
Yeah,
probably.
she has killed people.
We're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah,
We're
we
not
really
gonna-
do.
enough about that. It's fine. Okay, so listen, I say that we tell them that I created you some water. And so if you give us what we need upon our return, I will make them more water.
Okay, fine. Does
That's a
everyone agree
fair
with that?
that's fair.
That's a good idea.
Okay, I turn
Okay.
back around, big smile on my face, and I do the same old strut back up, and I lean again. Here's the thing, madam.
She made that flower grow.
That's right, she did, and there's plenty more where that came from.
She looks at
including-
Sheriff
McGriffin?
McGriffin. I'm never gonna be able to say
There's
it.
plenty more water where
Sheriff
that came
Grimace.
from. However, we are going to be needing the proper things that I just pointed out.
You need 2 horses. Is that what you're
We
saying?
need 2 horses, a bottle of
Oh.
whiskey, please, and
bottle of whiskey?
That's what I said.
How
and
much money you got?
Again, I said I don't got no money, but I got liquid gold. It's called water for those of you in this desert. And a cigar would be great.
She's looking so confused, and she looks over at the sheriff, who is just sort of he looks like he stepped into a dream. He's like staring at you guys like, oh my gosh, like salvation has come, but also like, what is happening?
What is
These
going on?
weird children are sassing us. I'm gonna have Wallace. I'm gonna have you make a perception check around the room. Since you've been quieter, I'm gonna give you a chance to see some things maybe that's going on.
16.
16. Okay. You see 2 gentlemen sitting in the back. They've got dark black cowboy hats and vests on. Their sleeves are rolled up, and they're both got a glass of mezcal in their hands. And you see one of them. He's got red hair and a red mustache. He hasn't taken his eyes off the group since you all walked in. He's just kind of observing you guys, looking at you, and you can tell he's sort of, well, that's all I'll give, is that he's been kind of eyeing the group the whole time. The bartender, Camille, she's going to look over to the sheriff. Sheriff, well, if he can give us water, then he goes, shh, shh. And he pulls her back and he goes, listen, Camille, now, if we got a new source of water, that's going to be salvation for this town. I say we give these people whatever they want. Maybe they have what it takes to break this curse. Well, all right then. You want me to give him a bottle
A bottle of whiskey, yeah. Good one,
a
too.
bottle of whiskey?
That's right, please. And a cigar. Don't forget the cigar.
Yeah, we'll probably need a couple of those.
2.
Give me a persuasion roll, another persuasion roll with advantage. You can each do it with advantage because I feel like the group has come pretty far in convincing them at this point, but that's a lot to ask. A cigar
I
and
rolled a
whiskey
12. Oh, you rolled better. It
Do
was
I
with
get to
advantage.
participate in this
Yeah,
roll?
I'm aware. That's
you
I
didn't
don't think
15.
so.
chime in.
Yeah.
That's a 15.
15? 15 was the DC. So you see her kind of glance over at the sheriff and then reach under the bar and give you a full
I reach out my
bottle
hand while
of
like looking at
whiskey.
her. While looking at her, I kind of reach out my hand to the right, just to get knuckles from Wallace.
More people, you don't even need to roll a perception check after that. When people see you give you guys the entire bottle of whiskey, you see people are watching you now. You're like, what in the world is going on? She goes, oh, okay, all right. The sheriff looks at all of you.
The cigars.
Yeah, I'll get you some of that from my collection. I'm gonna have to take you over to Frank. He has the 2 stallions. You'll have to share horses. I hope I hope that will suffice.
That'll be fine.
Oh,
yeah,
we'll allow it.
that'll do.
Yeah, we'll
That'll
allow
do.
it.
It's just very funny the way that this guy started out as this very intimidating like sheriff, and now he's just like at your beck and call, literally
Petite.
because you made water out of thin air. He's gonna get up and motion for you guys to walk out. Do you guys follow him?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll elbow Cal as we're walking out. Hey, you see those two guys with the dark hats? The one dude's with the red mustache.
Yeah,
Red mustache. Kind of looks like the Lorax.
And you stop. The guy with the mustache,
Yeah.
the red hair, him and his pal standing right at the door, right in front of the sheriff.
Oh, yeah, those two guys in front of us. Yeah, they've been staring at us
Sheriff,
the
where
whole
do
time.
you think you're going with these kids? Couldn't help but overhear some scheme about some water for the town. A bounty, maybe? The sheriff looks back at you guys and then goes, pull on his collar for a second, and he goes, Buck, how you been doing?
Buck? They have
Buck.
a weird name. Oh, Buck. I couldn't get to it. Okay.
How you been doing? Why don't you let us on out of here, all right? We're just going on some business. These are some folks from the city, all right? Buck kind of stands up taller and he kind of curls his red mustache and he looks at all of you up and down for a second. Well, been a long time since we had visitors here to Old Hopeful.
Cal has seen probably a lot of Western movies.
Yeah.
And
His last name is Cassidy.
Joe named him after Butch Cassidy because
That's what I was-
the outlaw situation. Cal is pumped right now. Like, he's loving all of this. So he kind of, like, excitedly just kind of, again, throws his hands in his pockets and kind of looks at the ground. Maybe, like, kicks the dust on the ground a little bit. Kind of walks up next to the sheriff. Just so, like, this is my moment. It's just like, hello, boys. Don't mind, get out the way now.
Juniper just rolls her eyes and sighs loudly.
Because we got pirate to find.
pirate.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check. But do it with disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'm going to say do it with disadvantage.
Don't mind if we snake on through.
I can't believe you're still holding this stupid snake.
I swear it's going to come in handy right at the last
It is.
minute.
I rolled a
We're gonna
12.
have to-
He just eyes you and he just goes, "How old are you, son?"
Old enough to be your daddy.
Make a
And as he's like saying this, he's like, again, he's just so pumped. So like, he's kind of doing like the, huh, right, guys? And like looking back at the group, maybe like winks a little bit.
Okay, the DC's high.
Again.
Roll a deception check
And Juniper is just
with
like
disadvantage.
palm to the forehead. Like
Yeah.
Deception?
Yeah.
Oh, bad. Oh, I rolled 2 2s, so 5. I mean, he wasn't really trying to like lie. It was kind of a joke. But
Yeah. He looks up at the sheriff. What, you got some sort of long lost son or something out here that you now have to take care of or something? The sheriff looks back. This ain't none of your business. All right, Buck. Now I'm taking these youngins over to horses because they've got some place to be, and that's none of your business. You got me? Buck just kind of raises his eyebrows. Well, all I'm gonna say is this. I heard something about this here bounty. Now you tell it to me straight. You kids trying to take on the old sea dog?
You tell me straight. You kids, don't you try and get the bounty?
Edna steps in. What my friend was trying to say is, yes.
And I think I was pretty clear.
You're 22.
You're not blending in.
Cal,
This is
you're
how they all
acting
talk.
like
This is how they all talk.
He walks forward. Sheriff, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put my hat in the ring for this here bounty. You kids will just have to see who gets there first. Have a nice day, y'all. And he tips his hat and he walks out. The sheriff looks to you. Oh, that was the worst thing.
God, that was so cool. That was awesome.
You nailed
Oh my
it.
gosh, that was so cool. I
You-
run over and high five Ace. I'm like, man, that was sick.
You killed it.
Thanks, dude. Wow. Wow, we've got rivals now. That was cool. Oh,
That's
yeah.
a rival you don't want to have, son. Buck may sound purty. He may dress purty. He might sound like an old southern boy from the city, but he ain't. That man, he can rub it.
He can. Sorry, you can.
That man can rub it.
It's said he can rough it.
You better
No,
cut
you
that.
100%
said rub it.
You said
He said that man can rub it. 1,000% what you
that
said.
man, he can
Rub
rub
it. Can
You
please,
better
when
cut
you
that.
cut that, you need to send that clip to us.
Yeah, please
I
do.
need that. That's hysterical.
As he's saying all that, Cal is still not taking it serious. Like, he's like nodding, like really big smile, just like, yes, like this is like all the movies. He's like, let's go.
What's his deal? What's up with that guy?
Oh, he's an outlaw, plain and simple. He came and bought up the town when he got a chance, and now he,
He bought up the town. What do you mean he bought
He
it
owns
up?
this town?
Like he owns it?
yeah,
Dude, that's
started
kinda
with a
cool.
bank. Now he's
Good for him.
got the saloon. The only thing he doesn't got is a sheriff's office. That's me.
Stay strong.
Let's go, MacGuffin.
So if he
Proud of you.
owns if he owns the town, how does that work like structurally? Like, because you're still the sheriff. So
That is a
like,
good point. That is a
who
good.
answers to who?
That is
in
a great.
most
that
cases.
is a great question.
Well, technically, he can't outrun the law, but he'd like to think he can.
Is
Well,
that like
who's-
literally like foot race?
Is
Or
he
like-
really slow?
Yeah, like where's the law from? Is that you? Are you
I'm
making
the
an
law.
enforcement?
I'm the sheriff in this
Yeah,
here
but did he
town.
make the law? Because he owns the
I
town.
make the law.
So you
I'm confused.
He doesn't answer to me. I'm the sheriff of this here
right?
town.
So
Okay,
so he
so-
bought the town, and then you said, "Great, but I make the laws."
Son, I don't think you see how it's going. He's
No, I
making
don't.
money.
I really don't. Do you
He's
see how
making-
this-
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No. He makes money off the saloon. He makes money off the bank. He makes money off the dress shop and the cattle herders that we got.
Oh,
but
he's
there's
just
not
the
that
rich
many
guy in
left
town.
out
He
here.
owns
just
all
the
the
rich guy. He doesn't
He's
actually
trying
own
to
the
buy
town.
up the sheriff. He's trying to get elected and take my
Okay, I'm
spot.
following.
I'm the only one who hasn't been
But
taken.
McGuff-
yet.
Is he
Shan-
now?
stands
Does
strong.
the town see him as favorable, or is he not in?
I don't
high
think they
favor?
got any other choice
Why don't they?
because
Oh,
he
'cause
owns
it.
them.
Okay, now I get it. I'm following. I'm tracking with you.
Now, if he can
We're
go
on
and
the
get this
same horse
bounty,
now.
I'm sure he would be able to take over my position. So, I'm counting on you kids, if I'm gonna be honest. But that one over there made water. So,
Yeah. That's
I mean, I'm
nothing.
pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
all right, come on. He's gonna walk out and head over through the town to the edge, where you see some stables.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Long story short, he walks in, talks to a guy named Frank. He barters with him and gets you guys 2 stallions to ride.
Nice.
So where are you gonna start?
That's a great question.
Oh yeah, do you remember which way he walked away 100 years ago?
Yeah, that is a good question,
Or-
Juniper. But
yeah.
let me ask this first.
Okay.
What pray tell does legend say?
So you
about-
said he went to the Pacific. Which way is the Pacific from here?
Yeah,
Well,
could you
he
tell
was-
us
No, he was
specifically
from
where
the
that is?
Pacific.
Oh, well, same question,
Yeah.
I guess. Which way is the Pacific?
Yeah, if you could give us some specific directions, that would be great.
He
Where's the
he
specific?
takes out a compass and he points over, says due west. That way.
Wow, I've never actually
Does
seen
he-
someone use
I
a
don't
compass.
Does he look at the
remember.
compass, or does he just take it out and then point in a direction?
What?
I'm gonna say he takes it out and looks at the compass.
Yeah, that
Points in
checks
the
out.
direction.
That checks out.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks at you all and he says, I really can't give you much else besides these horses. You need some water, so go ahead and take some from that barrel that you created.
Yes. Wonderful.
You're not gonna survive long out here if you don't have more up your sleeve. There ain't nothing out there for miles.
Okay.
We don't even know how the man got here, Captain Sea Dog, how he got here in the first place. He claimed to be a pirate sailing the high seas on the Pacific, but no one ever knew how he got here. So you all best be careful.
Okay.
You hear me?
Understood.
Yep, we got it.
Yeah, we got it. Okay, let's go.
Let's do this.
I'm excited.
Let's move.
He
King
takes
Wasabi.
a cigar out of his pocket,
Oh, yeah.
his jacket pocket, and hands it to you, Cal.
Just one? Bummer,
I go,
dude.
well, thank you,
I think we
Sheriff.
needed
I
more.
won't forget this day. And I
I-
put it away in my back pocket. Sorry, Wallace. Sometimes there's just not enough to go around.
Son of a. Okay.
Wallace, you have the snake, okay? That's your souvenir.
Yeah. All right.
Do you not want the snake now?
I can't smoke a snake.
Eddie's gonna get up on the second, or she's gonna kind of hesitate towards the second stallion and look to you, Juniper, and be like, "What do I do?"
Just hop on up.
But horses kick.
Yeah, so don't come from the back.
Here, hey, buddy. Hey. And I'm gonna go and say hello to the horse.
Roll an animal handling check.
15.
15. Yeah, the horse is like pretty responsive to your touch.
What does the horse look like?
It's like a white horse. It's got this beautiful mane that's like brown mane, and it's got like these like speckles on the back of it, like on its hind legs, these like brown speckles that match its mane.
An Appaloosa.
Yes, let's say that.
I think.
I know I said it's a stallion, but I don't know if that's a stallion.
No. Yeah.
Stallion means it's male, right?
I
Is that
think
what
so,
it is?
yeah.
Okay. I don't know anything about horses.
I read a lot of horse books as a kid.
It kind of shakes its mane a little bit and gives a little huff and stamps its hoof a little bit. It nuzzles into your face a little bit.
That's good. Excuse me, what's this guy's name?
Oh, that one?
Yes.
We actually haven't given that one a name yet. Its owner
We're gonna be here
died.
for months.
Its owner died.
Its owner died. Yeah.
Oh, you poor
Yeah.
thing.
Juniper's gonna take a month to name this
No.
thing.
We should name it. We should name it Norse.
Oh, Ace, you are not allowed to even think of any more names for this horse.
I like Boris, the horse.
No.
I like Boris
you
too.
are the worst.
I'm going to have Eddie roll the
Its name's Boris.
animal handling
Boris.
check. She
Boris
wants
the
to
horse.
Boris the horse.
No. I hate you.
Okay. Do you have a better name?
Yes, we're going to think of a wonderful name. I'm just going to
I-
think about it
Boris
for a little
is
while.
wonderful.
Boris is a manly name.
Boris?
Or if it's
Okay,
not
so
a
she doesn't have
or
a
if it's
good-
not a man, you could call it Doris.
It is a man
my
though. It's a
God.
stallion.
Oh, we did establish
Did
that.
you look under?
We did establish that, and I forgot.
Eddie
Well,
comes
then
up and
Boris
starts
is
petting
fine.
it.
Yeah, there you go.
Boris.
Oh, it's so...
You just got to be sweet.
Okay, wow.
Isn't it so soft?
It really is. Okay, let's go, everyone. And she's going to attempt to get up on the horse and pull herself up and then pull you up after her if you let her. Anything you guys want to do or explore in the town before you go? Do you want to try and do anything?
I got some water from the barrel.
Okay.
I want a hat.
I would say Eddie filled up her water, too. You want a hat?
I think Cal. I think we
Ooh,
need
that
hats.
would be fun, but they're
We need-
probably expensive.
Well, let's see what they got. You know. Yeah, let's go see if they got some hats for us. Or
All
maybe
right,
some little
so
badges.
you clop out of town, or clop around the town, through the town, and you see the tailors on the other side as you're leaving, and so you kind of stop and park your horses there. Park your horses. You stop
Hitch
and
them?
hitch your horses to the side of the building, and
There's like a valet there. We're like, hey, hold our horses.
and
Park these.
Wallace, you go in. Does anyone else go in? I think Edna's probably gonna stay on the horse because it took her enough trouble
Yeah,
to get on it.
I'm gonna go in.
Wallace and Cal just leave their horse, probably just in the middle of the road.
Edna reaches out and kind of like holds onto the reins a little bit.
You want here? I'll tie you up real quick here.
Oh, okay.
And I just put the
I guess
reins
I'll
on a
watch the
post.
horses.
if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I run inside.
Okay. You open the door. It's like it's like a nice door with a little bell on it, and you walk in. It's pretty hot and stuffy in here, but it doesn't smell quite as like rancid, like body odor and cigars. So it's actually pretty nice in here, and you can kind of smell like fresh linen, and you see these beautiful ribbons hanging. You see these like very nice silk ribbons, but no one's bought them. Very nice goods, but no one has the money to afford them. And they look a little older. They look like they've been sitting there for probably a few years. And you see like an older lady standing in the back behind the counter. And she goes, well, hello. Hello.
Hi, my name is Juniper.
Welcome in. Nice to meet you.
And your name is?
Well, my name is Miss Elizabeth. I run this tailor in
Oh,
town.
hi, Miss Elizabeth. It's lovely.
Is
to
that with a
meet you.
TH or an F?
Elizabeth?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Oh,
With
TH.
a TH.
Okay,
yeah.
it's just.
I'm
we
sorry.
met
Have you
someone
ever
earlier, never
heard of
mind.
someone named Elizabeth?
Have you ever?
Or
Well, I
Elizabeth?
guess you have heard of someone named McGuffin, so no.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry.
Sheriff McGuffin.
That's right.
He's very, very kind. He's a very nice old man. I've known him since he was a
she's
little
just gonna
boy.
rant. Okay. Yeah, excuse me, ma'am. Not to interrupt.
yes.
I do declare. We are looking for some 10-gallon hats.
Or however
Oh.
many
Or
gallons
or however
that you
many
have.
gallons you have.
Yeah.
All
of
right, let
hats
me go and
available.
see. And she pulls out a little area with hats, and you see these round hat boxes and these cute little like on the top shelf that have these like pink stripes and purple stripes, and you see that that's very worn and old because no one's buying them. But then further down, there's some more like plain boxes where it seems to be open and closed a lot because people will buy the cheaper ones, and she'll pull it out. And you see an array of cowboy hats. There's some dark ones, a few black ones, few gray ones and brown ones, but not that many light ones. You see one tan one white one. Most of the guys, you would assume, get darker ones to blend in.
Yeah, I'll be like, well, I do declare, I would love to get that black one right there, if it do be so for sale.
And
You have
I
a very
do
interesting-
Also, I declare as well that I would like one of the brown ones.
Where are you boys
We've both
from?
declared which hats
We're
we
both
like.
declaring.
Well, I just have to ask you, where are you boys from? I've never heard an accent like that before in my life.
Well, ma'am, and I kind of look at Ace. We are from far away.
Very far.
Oh,
We've
I
come
knew some young
long
boys
far.
before named Albert and Ernie, and they were from
Albert-
far away
Albert-
too. They came and
yeah,
visited
yeah.
this town when
Right.
we were
I
young.
feel like we're
and
far away
running.
from getting hats.
Yeah. So, ma'am, let me interrupt.
Oh, I'm
Albert
sorry,
and Ernie, they
what?
sound like. Hold on. Well, no. And I kind of look at Ace, and I'm like, I got this. Please tell us about. Were they travelers? Did they like to go places? You know what? How did you know these boys?
Oh, well, they were nephews of mine. You see, my sister was able to have kids. I was never able to, and you know, it was the sadness of my life that I was never able to have kids. It was very, very sad.
God bless you,
And
ma'am.
my sister, she had many kids. She had about 10, and then
Well,
and then
that's a lot of
11.
kids.
That's
when
overdoing
she
it
was,
now.
yeah, she got to 11 at one point.
Well, ma'am,
And, so two of her sons,
yeah.
you know, their names were Albert and Ernie, and she raised
And-
them in the big city. She sent them away for an education because, well,
Education's
I
good.
can
That's
say
important.
that, one of them was very keen on,
And-
on reading,
Very
and
keen,
the other
very keen.
one he really, really likes, you know, his mathematics.
mathematics.
Yeah,
and his
that's right.
algebra.
Gotta do that
and,
math.
That's good.
uh,
And
in
he
school
did he
kids.
stay out of
And
town or did he
so-
come back?
Yep.
Did he?
And
is
so,
he-
ma'am,
did he come back to the area?
Ace,
Okay.
don't raise your voice.
Oh,
And so, ma'am, you know, Albert, if we call him Bert and Ernie, maybe. Did they ever travel? Were they traveling? It's hard to travel in these days because, you know, people our age don't have a lot of money, you know, just trying to get by.
They did
you know?
very well for themselves.
Oh,
Yes, they were
okay.
travelers. That's how they
Shit.
came out to visit me.
Right. Well, I hope you get to see them again soon. We are just passing through, and you know us youngins, just trying to
I
trying to
do,
get
yes,
by.
Trying to get
I
by,
do.
really.
And ma'am,
You know,
ma'am,
I was a youngin'
That's right.
many, many
Here we
years
go.
yeah, and
ago.
wasn't
we
it so hard to get by?
Ace,
Yeah.
don't freak out.
Okay.
And ma'am, wasn't it just, you know, we as young travelers would love to purchase some of these wares of yours, and we understand that you need to make a living, but ma'am, look at my friend here. He does not even have enough money to get shirts with sleeves on them. He is covered in dirt. And we would do anything, wouldn't we, Wallace?
You know, you look so much like them, you two.
Do we? Bert and Ernie?
Yes,
What did they
you
look
do.
like?
Well, one of them.
Was it Bert or Ernie? Which one first?
I'm gonna have you guys. We're gonna skip over that. I'm not gonna indulge it. I'm gonna have you guys roll a persuasion check because she's a little old lady and you guys are pulling on her heartstrings, and she's
Please
also
give
just
me
a
good
little
roll.
withered away.
I rolled an 18.
Okay,
That's good.
go ahead, Ace.
Hey, that's and probably more than that. Nope, 18.
Both 18s.
Yeah, look
It's
at
like
that.
the dual rolling today.
Yeah, it really
4 and a
is.
4, 18, 18. You
What?
keep
know,
rolling the wheel.
Yeah.
That
gotta
is
keep
so-
rolling the wheel.
With both of your persuasion checks, she's gonna kind of shed a little bit of a tear, and then she'll reach into the boxes, and she'll take a black hat and she'll put it on your head, Cal, and then she'll take a nice tan hat and put it on your head, Wallace.
Brown, didn't it?
I say,
brown,
Ace,
right?
Ace, don't complain, okay? You gotta.
I
st-
just
Ace,
think
you were
that
just
those
complaining
colors
too
look
much
so
here.
nice on you. I'm gonna give those to you for free.
Oh man, you
Just
don't
'cause
have to do that.
You just
That's
look so much like my young nephews, Bert and
man,
Ernie.
you didn't
Bert
have
and
to do
Ernie.
that. That's just so sweet of you to compare us to Bert and Ernie.
Bert and Ernie. Yeah,
I would love to meet them someday.
And I said, remember when I said brown? Do you remember that time?
Ace,
Huh?
Ace, just take the
But
tan.
tan
Yeah,
would
yeah.
be such a good color
That's
on
right.
you.
You're right.
That's
It
nice.
would. It would. It would.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop
Yeah,
complaining.
yeah.
Okay.
What about you, little miss?
Yes.
I like that little cowboy hat you got on right now.
Thank you. Actually, I was wondering. I like plants a lot, and I was wondering if you had any hats that I could flip upside down and use as a pot for a plant.
Well, we
Gives her a
don't
brown
really
hat.
got that many plants around here, but I could give you a big hat. I got one in the back that's a little beaten up and not
I just think that would be kind of fun.
good for anything really, so you could use it as a pot if you would like.
I would love that. I think it would be very
All
cute.
right, all right. She hobbles back to the back and
Cal, if she brings
You-
back a brown hat, I swear.
Ace, you just gotta be grateful more, guy.
Ace, you look great in the
You
tan.
look great in the tan. I think it's because she thought that you were a little dirty, and so maybe something that looked cleaner was good.
Oh, that's probably true.
Yeah.
No offense or anything.
No offense, none. You understand that you sometimes look a little dirty.
No, I know. That's
Okay.
part of the vibe. That's
I mean,
why
there's
wanted
also the
brown.
smell.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't think you smelled that bad. I wasn't gonna bring
It's
it
just
up.
a
Do I smell? Oh, do I smell bad?
No, you just smell like.
There's a reason that they both immediately went to the other horse. Let's just say that. But that's fine. Hey
It's
man,
okay.
I'm fine
We
with it.
still love
you.
ya.
know? We still love you. I couldn't care less.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you're good.
I thought they were just worried about being like pickpocketed.
No,
or
no,
something. I
no.
don't- Okay.
Why would the two of them
What?
worried about being pickpocketed by me or you?
I didn't say it. It could be you. I don't know.
Well, that is a good point. I am
yeah.
the professional pickpocket.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hopefully she comes back
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah. Do you think you could
she's
reach?
back
she's
there
okay
for
back
kind,
there?
yeah, she's back there for
Should
kind
we
of a long
check on
time.
her?
Cal, do you think you could reach that brown hat back there? Or?
I probably could.
Yeah.
Ma'am, Miss Elizabeth.
Oh, what? Hello?
Are,
Do I have a customer? She comes back out to the front.
Okay.
Oh, hi, young.
I'm gonna go.
Miss.
I
How
just
can
Miss
walked
I
in.
help?
Elizabeth, you were gonna grab me
Oh,
a.
you two boys. How are you doing today?
That's great,
You
Miss
know what? You
Elizabeth.
remind me so. How did
Miss
you
Elizabeth,
know my name?
You look mighty fine today. Toodaloo, and I kind of
Hey, I was
tip
here.
my hat to
we
her.
were
and I walk
we
in.
were here yesterday. I was wondering, do you guys do exchanges or?
I walk in and I grab Ace and pull him outside.
You were gonna get me a hat from the back that I could plant some plants in,
oh,
like an old dirty
you
hat.
know, I think I may have something that might do the trick.
Do you
And
mind
she
if I
walks
come
into
with
the
you,
back
Miss
again.
Elizabeth? I'll just come with you. I just want to make sure it's all good.
You go into the back with her and you see just a whole mess of stuff. But she finds this giant hat that is kind of broken and
Is it brown?
yeah, it's a big brown hat. And it's like it's not stiff anymore. You know how they
Yeah.
have those like starches in the hat, or like the material makes it,
Yes.
you know, so that it actually shields you from the sun.
Yeah.
This is like floppy and gross, and so
Great.
it's obviously not for sale. So she gives it to you, and she's, well, I was planning on throwing this out, so here you go.
Thank you, Miss Elizabeth. I so appreciate it.
Well, of course, dear.
I hope you have a wonderful day.
Come back and bring your friends.
Okay, I will.
And yeah, you
I
go
head
up.
out to the horse. Look at this cool brown hat I got.
Very cool.
Huh, that's so cool how it's brown.
Eddie's sitting there on the horse. You guys, I saw that guy, oh man, what is his name? Zach? No,
Butch.
no,
Sea dog.
Butch.
No,
Yeah, I think it's
Oh no, it's Book.
Buck.
Buck.
That's right, it was
Buck.
Buck.
You saw
I
Buck?
saw Mr. Buck. He came out on
Mr.
a
Buck.
horse himself. Well, I
Okay.
don't know. I just added the Mr. He came out on a horse with his friend, and they rode off. They rode out of the town
Oh, we better
towards
go.
the west where
we
we
better
were
go
going.
get him so that Juniper can kill them. you
That's
know?
true.
Yeah.
Juniper, you're not going to kill them, are you?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like that's what
I
she's.
don't plan on it. I don't enjoy killing. I think I've said that before.
Okay, but how do we know
But like,
that?
if we have to,
Because
That is
you're the
there
true.
were
guy.
a
You've known
lot of
me for
things
a
that you
long
haven't told
time.
us.
That is
Because
also
you've known
true.
me for a long time. It was only ever out of self-defense. I've told you this.
So if we have to kill them, you're the
Yes, you're the guy to do it.
you're the guy,
No,
gal.
you can.
Well,
No, I think you're killing them.
Yeah.
Cal-
I've never killed
She's
anyone,
killing
and
him,
I'm
yeah.
not planning to, so
Okay, well,
that's my thing.
we'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So the four of you guys, the four of us, ride off into the into the sands of the desert. Who's gonna go ahead and take the lead?
Me.
Juniper, let's go ahead and make a survival check to see if you can stay on track to stay westward.
Could I ask for Cal's help?
Sure.
Hey, Cal.
What's up?
Help me figure this out. And can I roll with advantage?
Go ahead.
I'm just trying to remember
What am I
which
helping
way
you figure
west is.
West.
And so I think it's that way, but I just wanted to get your
Yeah.
wisdom.
I'm good at this. I'm good at navigating.
19. The first one was a natural 1.
19. Okay,
So
you
19.
guys stay the course.
I'm also good
I
at
feel like
navigating.
you're really good at that stuff.
What's your survival?
Huh? Oh, 4.
All right, mine's 2.
Yeah. So
Mine's
mine's
1.
double yours.
And I love too that we're on the same on the same horse. So
Yeah.
you pulled up next to us and you asked me. And Ace is in the back like, it's right. And we're like, we'll figure it out, Ace.
Oh, sorry, Ace.
Ace, I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna
That's
have
fine.
you
I
do
can't
a-
hear you over my tan hat. It's not brown.
The snake is rattling too loud in your hand.
Yeah.
He's still holding it.
The snake will show us the way.
I'm gonna have you do a. Let's do a survival check on your end. Well, actually, first do a perception check.
7.
Okay, for the first hour, you don't actually notice anything, so
Does
I'm
the
not
snake
gonna give
notice
you anything.
anything?
No, the snake is pretty limp at this point because you've been holding it all day. It's like sitting there, like
All calm and peaceful.
kind of giving up a little bit. It's not doing super great.
Oh, maybe it needs something to eat. Let's see. Well, maybe we can give it a little bit of water.
Maybe you just let it go. I think
I'm
it was
gonna-
chilling.
I'm gonna give it like a little bit of water from my canteen, maybe.
Okay, I mean, roll an animal handling check and see if you can feed it water. Damn it, I have to give it to him.
Yeah.
You manage to relax it enough around the head where it can start licking up the water. I don't know anyone who knows anything about snakes. Don't come for me on this. This is a fantasy world. It starts drinking the water, and you manage to kind of get some life back into it and
Oh yeah, how do
reinvigorate it.
snakes work? Do they not drink water?
No, I'm sure they do. I just
Okay.
don't know what that looks like. I'm not
Okay.
sure how that works. But you managed to kind of feed it some water and get it. Roll me another animal handling check. I want to see if your relationship with beasts kind of factors into anything that you're doing.
That is not
Whether it starts to
that is a
trust you as a ranger.
All right, yeah, that's a 5.
5. Okay. It's still kind of, you can see it's still attempting to wriggle free and like bite you. So you haven't really calmed it yet.
Yeah, you should just let it go. I
No,
don't
no,
like that
listen,
I'm right.
listen,
I'm
I'm
driving,
winning it over.
I'm controlling this horse, and you're
Calm-
standing behind me with what might be a poisonous snake.
Calm
that could
down,
lead me
Indiana Jones.
to my death.
It's fine. I got this.
Okay, you keep galloping. Juniper, go ahead and make your next roll. Is there anything you want to factor into this to give yourself
got this.
advantage or to give someone else a roll? I'm going to have Eddie sort of give you encouragement and give you some inspiration. She's going to pat you on the back and say, Juniper, you're doing super good, by the way. Good job.
Thank you. What do I add to it?
Yeah, she's going to give it to you. You get a D6.
6. 17 survival.
Great. You stay on track. The sun's halfway through the sky. Everyone needs to drink some water. So how much water did you bring? You filled up your canteen and that's it?
I was going to fill up any other containers we had and put them in his bag of holding. Oh no!
What
you
other
don't have
I
it.
don't have it. I don't bring it with me.
Oh, that's such a useful thing, and you just refuse
I have
to
a
bring
water
it with you.
skin. No, I don't. I'm not losing that thing.
Do you
I
have
have
anything?
a water skin.
So everyone, I'm gonna assume that everyone has their own water skin or
I
canteen.
do have a canteen.
I'm not gonna bring
Do
any
you
weapons
have
with me. Don't
other
lose them.
containers that you filled up purposely?
I don't think so. I think that's all I have.
Slash, did
I mean,
you
I
guys
thought
get
it,
rations?
but I never said it.
Okay, what other container did you fill?
I was gonna ask the guy if he had any like extra like
I'm gonna be honest.
canteens and things like that lying around and fill them up. But I never said
Oh, I
it.
have this
I
big
only
thing
thought
of
it,
whiskey.
so.
You do have a big thing of whiskey.
So if we need some sort of water, there's water and whiskey, probably a little bit.
Yeah, and we can boil the whiskey and kind of like create one of those devices to like catch the steam and try to
Okay, I don't know if we have time for
get
all
the
that.
water content out of it.
I'll say we can retcon and you asked him for another canteen. He gave you a
An
spare
extra
one.
canteen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyone else grab anything?
I
This'll be
always
your
have
only
my
chance.
rations with me
Okay.
from home. I always
Okay.
have like a little backpack full of just some
Trail
some-
mix.
Yeah, trail mix, some granola bars, some
Okay.
beef jerky.
I'm gonna say Edna has some.
I would
of
guess
too.
that too.
Yeah, she's pretty prepared.
She
She's her
always have
notebook.
backpack stuff.
She has some rations and a first aid kit.
yeah.
What about you guys? Just to check in before we continue on with the traveling.
Yeah, I don't
Anything
think.
else you grabbed?
No, I wouldn't have grabbed anything
Yeah.
else.
I was really just kind of like honed in on that hat.
All right.
You know who wasn't honed in on the hat that I wanted was that old lady.
We're gonna have to cook the snake, Ace.
I don't think we'll have to. I think we can hunt.
So
might.
I'm gonna
No.
say you guys all have to drink at least a fourth of your water in your canteen, so that you don't start to get dehydrated and get the sunstroke and the heat stroke or whatever it is. So just keep track of how much water you have left, because that's gonna play a big factor into this.
So right now we're drinking a quarter.
So yeah, so you have about 3/4 of your canteen left. So you make your next hour pretty well. Ace, I'm gonna have you do another perception check.
18.
18. Okay, so this time you pick up horse hooves off the ground.
Horseshoes.
No, like
Hoof marks.
I'm sorry, hoof marks. Yes, thank you.
Oh.
You see hoof marks
They're
in
just
the
horse
ground in front of you as you guys are passing. You see you're on the trail of another rider. Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Probably old Buck.
Yeah.
Old bug.
12.
12. Okay. You manage to keep your eye on it and kind of follow it as you go, and you find that it is going in the same direction as you.
I want to keep my eye on it, but I think I will try to like maybe feed my snake like a little bit of ration just to see
Okay. Make another animal handling check.
if maybe some food will win the guy over. Little guy.
What did you
6.
roll? Okay. So the snake is not super happy with you right now.
Come on,
So it's
guy.
acting
I'm being so nice to you. I'm
pretty.
giving you food, water.
Yeah, so you guys keep riding. The sun's like going down a little bit in the distance. You've been riding most of the day now at this point. Mark another quarter off of your water. And one final survival check, Juniper, before you probably reach a full day's travel. We're going to do this in quarter days, and you spent the first quarter in the town.
13.
13? Okay, that's enough. You managed to kind of keep on track. You notice since you've been following these hoof prints, you notice that they kind of break off and go to the left towards the mountain range over on the left side of us.
Okay, what do you guys think? The buck looks like he's taking the mountain route. Do we want to follow that, or do we think we can get by faster if we
Eddie lifts up her head.
go straight?
Is there anything else around? Do you think we could reach the mountains by nightfall?
I have no idea.
Oh, he is from the area. Is it the same amount of hoof prints, or does it look like maybe just one horse veered off?
It looks like both of them did.
I bet they were trying to go to the mountains for the night.
Probably. It's probably colder up there.
Maybe we
Yeah.
should do that too.
Get some shade. You know?
Yeah.
Does it look
There
like
also
they-
might be some water or something.
And
Maybe not as many
but it's
wild
also
animals.
easier for them to ambush us from up there.
That is
That's true.
But are they
What do
going
you
to
think?
kill us?
They've got
I don't
the
think
guys.
they wanna kill
They've
us.
got the high ground.
I don't know. He looked pretty.
Well, I mean, if I remember any of my cowboy movies, he is probably just a dude that thinks he's pretty cool, but then he's going to want to fight us in some sort of shootout. So
Yeah.
I don't think he'd kill us yet.
If I've learned anything from movies that I've seen, it's if someone else has the high ground, you better not try it.
Isn't this a race? What if we just keep going and we beat them there?
Well, then we would
We ride
be
through the night, you
exhausted.
mean?
Yeah.
We would feel about 1 point exhausted. I would guess.
On a scale from 1 to 6, we'd feel like a 2.
Yeah.
You guys want to keep riding through the night?
I don't know, maybe.
I think maybe we should just keep riding but make camp.
Just out into the open desert, you mean?
We have a campfire that floats along with us.
Yeah.
So what I meant by that was that we keep riding towards the destination and we don't waste time going to the mountains. And then we just stop at some point and make camp for the night, but we are already kind of still on the way, whereas they have to come from the mountains.
That's kind of what I was getting at, to a
Oh.
degree. But I more
it's
said
not what you said,
I more
cow,
said
so.
go through the night. You're right. But you also just said let's pitch our tents on our
Okay,
horses
well,
as
yeah.
we go.
But
So
I will say we're just going to be camping out in the
Out
open
in the
desert.
open. And they know
Because
There might
they
be
know
water.
the area.
They've got,
Those guys know the terrain.
Right.
And so maybe there's
it's
a
making me a
reason.
little
I
nervous.
mean, what's out in the desert?
Have you
Some
guys ever seen
rattlesnakes.
have you ever seen Sand with the big
Uh,
snakes, the giant snakes? They
there's-
like ride them and stuff.
Are you referring to a movie?
Yeah.
I was
The
going to say,
movie
I've seen
Sand.
sand. It's everywhere.
No, the movie.
Oh,
Sand.
no, I
I
haven't
hate
seen
sand.
many
giant,
movies.
There's like these giant like snakes, and they like ride them, and they always they know where you are from like the I don't know.
Oh, sand.
It's ridiculous.
Hill. Sand hill. That's funny. Wow.
I'd actually be okay with riding through the night, but I would be nervous about being really tired when we need to go find
I
this
think I
ship.
need
That
to
is true.
sleep.
I guess we don't really know what's out here, and they do. So maybe we should trust that they know what they're doing.
Or they could be leading us into a trap.
Oh, true.
I say we go to the mountains.
You know they're kind.
Oh, so you
what,
just
what do
changed
you
your
think
mind.
is
I
more
did.
likely?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said. I think they're just going to camp out, and they're not going to do much.
Okay.
They might even be willing to have a conversation with us around a fire, and they might try to intimidate us, be like, "Ooh, your kind's not welcome around here. Or we're going to win and get super rich." And we'll be like, "Yeah, well, whatever." And then we'll both find the thing, probably at the same time if this is a movie. And then we'll have some sort of Western shootout. And they'll betray us, but then we'll win. So
All right.
that's what my cowboy movies would have told me.
So, would your cowboy movies tell you to ride through the night or to go seek shelter in the mountains for the night?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think either would work.
I think that I would like to sleep. Plus, I could make us a little bit more water before we go to bed.
That might be nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
So let's
Okay,
go
to
like
the mountains.
but like
But keep
gotta-
an eye on the hoof prints.
yeah.
Okay, Ace, keep an eye out.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe we'll kind of like ride ahead a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do one final survival check to make sure you're following where they are headed. You guys now have a destination. It's not that hard to stay on track.
I rolled a 17.
I rolled a natural one.
I also rolled a 17.
Oh
Look
my
at
gosh,
us,
it is
dude.
the duel.
Of
The fates.
Why?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So you guys managed to stay on their path, and the four of us kind of ride up to the edge of the mountain. It's got a lot of desert foliage, so it doesn't have that much cover, but there's like cacti and like sort of these like different types of like desert bush and things like that, and like very rocky areas. There's nowhere with water, but you can find a little like nook around the rocks. The other two kind of went further up into the like mountainous area. They like climbed further up the mountain. So the two other horses, do you guys want to keep following? So you either have the choice to like stay in camp, or you can keep following them, but it's dark now at this point.
How far up the mountain, like how much longer would it take to get to the top of the mountain on foot? Like, does it seem like they could have gone a ways away still, or is it like they might only be 20 minutes away?
I mean, it kind of is either one. You can't really tell. Your guess is if you try to follow them, the most it would be a few hours because it's not a huge mountain. Okay. But you don't know. I mean, they might not have stopped here.
I think we just stop. I think we just hang out. We good with that?
Sure.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Excellent.
All right, let's make camp. Juniper, can you make some water? I am so thirsty.
Yes, but we have to make sure that we have enough containers to hold the water.
At this point, I will say everyone only has a fourth of water left in their canteen.
I can make a lot of water.
Well, we also have a fourth of whiskey with us.
That is true.
We're not drinking the whiskey.
I'm just gonna say that's gonna dehydrate you.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
We're keeping the whiskey.
Cal, why
until we
did
get
you
back.
ask for the whiskey?
Because it's good, and we can drink
but
it
we
when
don't
we get
need
back.
it.
It's for the
It's
observatory.
probably not that good.
Maybe we have people over someday, and we need to offer drinks. It's probably good. I'm gonna try
over
some.
in the observatory.
I mean,
I'm gonna
honestly,
try some.
I think it
and
was
I
a
open
really
it,
good idea.
And I want to try some.
Cal.
I'll cork it.
Ooh, I want to try some.
I take just
go
like a
ahead
little
and
sip.
do a little bit of a.
Like a constitution situation?
No, because it's just a sip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. I mean, it's not great, to be honest, but
It's not bad. It could be worse. It's whiskey. It gets the job done.
I'll try some.
basically, yeah.
There
that's
you go.
that's
and
what
I
you
offer
get
you a
from
little bit.
I'll take some.
It's good. It's not great.
Ace?
I'll try some.
Yeah.
It's like got
Yeah.
some spices in it. Like they tried to add some flavor,
Some
but
aromatics.
it's like it's like
Yeah.
it's like a spice.
There's some star anise in there I can taste.
Yeah. I'm getting notes of nutmeg.
Is that a thing that people do? Put spices in whiskey?
I don't know.
I feel like so like it's
I
like
mean,
not that good, but they want it to be good
Have
because
you
they
had
don't
like
have
Fireball
much.
before? That's a lot of spice. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
I guess
point.
that's
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
I cork it again.
So does anybody have any extra little containers that we might be able to fill with some water?
I
Ooh,
don't.
I'm
I
gonna
look
take-
at Jake. Well, buddy, you want to take one for the team?
Yeah, we're eating Jake.
Oh,
We're not eating Jake.
We're eating him over
I'm
the
gonna
open
go into my
flame.
backpack
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna take I have like a bag of beef jerky, and I'm going to empty the bag, put all the beef jerky in the front zipper pocket of my backpack, so it's now contained in that, and so now I have this bag, and I'm going to fill the bag with some water as well.
Gonna just.
Oh.
What material is this bag made out of?
Yeah.
It's a plastic bag, like a plastic bag that I had the jerky in,
Oh, okay.
like a gallon Ziploc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
I
just
see what
another
you're
thing
saying.
to hold some more
So you
water.
get some nice jerky flavored
Yep.
water.
Yep.
Um,
This will be the last
But
resort
that's an
water.
extra. That's an
Does
extra
anyone
canteen.
have?
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
give you
does
that's
anyone
an
have
extra.
So now I have-
prestidigitation to take the to clean the inside of the bag
No, I have
so it doesn't
Let
taste
me
like
see what I
jerky?
have.
Whatever. Who
Craft.
cares? Beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
This-
actually
this is
amazed
just the
that
emergency
you,
one.
Ace, who lives in the woods, would be concerned that your water tastes a little like meat.
Yeah.
I still keep those things separate. I live in the woods, but I know how to live in the woods well. You
He
know?
separates his water and meat.
Got it.
Yeah, I feel like
Hey,
generally any.
I'm gonna change the subject for a little
Okay.
bit for a second. So we showed them that we can make water. Wow. But it seemed like they're really excited that you can make water.
Yeah. I was gonna
How
bring this up
long-
too.
Because it seems like they're planning for you to make them a lot of
to
water
save their lives.
for a
Yes.
long time.
Yeah.
It does seem that way. However, if we break this curse, their well will probably spring back to life and everything will be fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. But what if it doesn't? Are
If
we
it-
all good with leaving Juniper here? I'm fine if you guys are.
Cow! I am hurt.
Well, I mean, if
Hurt.
look, this is kind of what we agreed
Juniper, you
to.
know he's joking, right?
I don't like it
You did show
Okay.
you did show them that you could make
I know,
water.
but
I was a
doesn't
little
mean you need
surprised
to
you did that, to be
abandon me
honest.
here. Listen, he was gonna need something from us, and I just thought that would be helpful.
Look, I'm just saying, if we have to leave you here,
Here's the
and
plan.
here's the
We did
thing,
get 2
clearly you
horses.
can fend for yourself if we leave you here because you've murdered someone.
Well, okay. I don't think it's considered murder when it's self-defense.
I
But
still can't get over that.
Regardless, here's what the plan will be. If for some reason us breaking the curse doesn't help and doesn't bring their well back to life, I'll fill the well with 20 gallons of water, and we'll be like, oh, it's all better, and then we'll leave, and then
So you're gonna lie to him. That's not like
well,
you.
I don't want you to leave
It
me
really
here.
isn't.
No.
Juniper, I feel like I'm seeing a whole different side of
I know,
you.
same.
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
really afraid that you guys were going to abandon me here, so I'm just doing what I have to
You
do.
think I would actually do that? Come on.
No.
I just love being in the desert, you guys. It's great.
Yeah, I
It's
don't.
nice. There's a lot of stars.
There's no trees. There's nothing green.
But look at all the stars.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of stars.
Can you make things grow here?
Oh, I could probably grow a couple little things. I grow a little flower.
The moment it grows, unlike in the little saloon where you found like a crack in the floor, because it's like outside and because it's so rocky on the ground, especially near the mountain, it just kind of withers and falls over a little bit.
Well, that's pretty sad.
Well,
All right.
all right.
Oh,
Who's taking first watch? We can't just,
I can watch. I'm a
I-
night owl.
Okay.
who?
Good night.
That was not funny, Ace. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Don't let me steal your stuff.
Oh, don't do
He's-
it.
He's been saying that every night for the past year and a half.
That's true.
Insane.
He's really proud of being able
Yeah.
to steal.
I am pretty good at
Like,
it.
we get it. You're a common thief.
Thank
Cal,
you.
go
Thank you
ahead
very
and do
much.
give me a perception check.
6.
Okay. You don't notice anything. The stars are beautiful. You just keep noticing how clear the sky is compared to Woodbine.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this is the part in the cowboy movies when they have this super internal struggle, thinking about what is it all worth? What is it? What is worth it? That's what he's thinking to himself.
Nice. Okay. So the first few hours go by and you don't notice anything.
I'll take
Who
next
do you?
watch.
So you go wake up Juniper afterwards.
Sure.
Okay. So Juniper, you're taking next watch. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Juniper, as you are taking the watch, you kind of hear a little bit of sort of like rock clatter, like a boot slipping, maybe.
Who's there?
There's not really much sound except for crickets and sort of night.
I try to
Bugs.
look really closely in the direction.
What did you roll again?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. You notice a little silhouette. It's staying perfectly still, so it could be a rock. But after the sound you just heard, you're a little...
I stare directly at it.
It stays completely still.
Who are you?
No response.
I make a small puff of wind, blow it where I think the face is.
There's a puff of wind.
Does it move at all? I'm like watching so closely.
Moves a tiny bit. You can see now that it is a figure hunched over trying to pretend that it's not there.
I see you. Let's just chat. Come on over, friend. And I kick Cal.
Ow! I'm going to sleep.
We have a friend.
The figure stands up in the moonlight and you can only see the dark silhouette behind the light. You see the 10-gallon hat and the mustache even though there's no light of old Buck.
I go, oh my gosh, okay, this is the part.
I know this is the part we're gonna talk
He
to.
walks over,
This is the intimidating talk.
the spurs on his boots.
Dude, I need some spurs. I whispered it.
Hello, Buck. You whispered to me. Yeah.
There's no light from the fire anymore since you guys were sleeping, but you can still see like a glimmer of sort of reflective light from the moon off his face now that he's closer. He just
I would
kinda
keep the
gives-
fire smoldering.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see a little bit of flickering off of his face, sort of a warm orangish glow. The corner of his mouth lifts up in a smile, and he just kind of looks at you all. So you all decided to go ahead and try it for the bounty, I see.
Well, we couldn't pass up a wonderful opportunity to beat you.
Oh, that it is a wonderful opportunity. I would characterize it like that. That's a good way to say it.
And we are of one accord.
You mind if I share your campfire a little bit?
Of course. And I scoot so that we're all on the opposite side.
I would say Ace and Edna wake up at this point.
Yeah,
because
probably.
he is
We're,
talking
like,
loud
talking,
enough.
yeah.
So the four of you are sitting there. Edna is kind of wide-eyed, like looking back and forth, like, oh my gosh.
I'm going to whisper to Edna, watch our backs.
She kind of gives you a little like nod. And she kind of like scoots to the side and like angles herself. He sits down and kind of pulls off his hat and rubs his head, sweaty from the heat of the day. So you all know where you're going then? Or you just track me?
Maybe a little bit of both.
We know where we're going.
We wanted to make sure you knew where you were going.
That's true. Because we don't know these parts.
Okay, what is your accent?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm a little
Excuse me,
bit
that is none
confused.
of your business.
I grab a whetstone from my pocket and I like spit on it and start like sharpening
Brandishing
my
a
knife. Yeah.
Where's the snake at this
Go
point?
ahead. Yeah. What did you do with
He's
the
using
snake?
the
when
snake to
He's sharpening
scales.
his
on
snake.
the scale? Yeah.
Sharpening my snake.
He's live scaling it.
What did
oh,
you?
gosh.
Oh my word! What did you? Yeah, but what did you do with Jake
While you
to go to sleep?
Jake the snake.
How did you? Yeah, how did you manage that?
He made a small
actually?
leash and tied him to a rock.
Yeah, I would just like put him off to the side and be like, "Don't go anywhere. Good night."
That's all.
And that's it.
You.
What? Like,
Okay,
what
I'm
do I
gonna
do?
give you
Put him
one-
on a leash?
I'm gonna
Like,
give you one more chance to do an animal.
Tell the person keeping watch to babysit him.
No.
Show them how to
I
hold
wouldn't
it.
babysit him.
I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't hold the snake?
No.
I want the snake to be
The
free.
snake tried to eat me.
Go ahead and I'm
It's
gonna
not trying to
retcon
eat
this.
you.
Go ahead and do one more animal check, as if you're going to sleep,
Yeah, I'm
like
gonna
before.
try to
taking first
coax him
watch.
with another bit of rations. All right, this better be real good. 13. It's actually not real good.
Yeah. Yeah, Jake's not there. You wake up and he's gone.
Guys, Jake left me. I feel so betrayed right
That
now.
is normal. All of the animals in your life do that. They all leave.
I'm just angrily sharpening this knife.
That's why you're sharpening it.
Okay, do an intimidation check.
Now, why don't you tell me, Book? Why are you out here? Why do you need to prove yourself? You already own the town.
4.
Oh, well, this town's my responsibility. If there's a chance, to fulfill this bounty, why wouldn't I? Now,
Why
That
didn't-
is a good
why
point.
didn't you earlier, though,
All right.
Buck? It's been
That is
100
true. It's
years.
been
no,
100.
it's
been
my
100
my
years.
turn to ask some
No.
questions here.
Well, no. Hey now. This is our campfire now.
Excuse me, and he puts his hand on his gun.
I go, oh, this is the part. Okay, guys.
I put my hands up, but not in a I surrender way, but in a I'm about to cast at you way.
I like slow down my knife.
How did you four come to be in these parts? Now you answer me truthfully.
Magic.
Wouldn't
Magic,
you wish
okay.
it? Magic. If you can believe it.
I'm gonna stand up
Mm-hmm.
and walk over to my stuff, and I'm going to grab the bottle of whiskey and walk back over and just like uncork it and be like, here's the truth. And I reach out the whiskey to him and offer him some.
He'll take it and take a sip.
And I would like to, if possible, say that I used sleight of hand as I was going to grab it to use my poisoner's kit and slip some poison into the whiskey.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
22. I would have just grabbed it and like fidgeting with my stuff. Like just whoop.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a competing perception check for him.
Please, come on. Please, God.
He takes the cup. He looks at you and he looks down. He takes a sip. What kind of poison did you put in it?
This is poison of the Calgo flower, which is something that my mom gave me and told me only to use it in in dire situations when you feel like you really need to. And so that's what I did, because I thought now's the time.
So what are the effects so that I can?
The effects are they take about 2 minutes. It's
Okay.
mainly like you just start coughing. The Calgi flower is hard to distinguish from whatever you're drinking, which is why it's a very good powder to put in drinks, because you can't really taste it, and especially in something like whiskey. So usually what happens is they just start coughing, and then eventually just kind of fall over dead.
So it's fatal completely.
Oh yeah.
There's no poison.
No, this is a serious poison that my hitman mom gave me.
So there's no
saving throw?
Constitution saving throw or anything?
There can be a Constitution save. Sure.
Is this a poison you made up, Joe?
Yeah, this is the hot
Okay.
Calgi flower.
So as DM, I'm going to add some rules. Is that all right
That's
with you?
fine.
I know this is sort of a creation with your backstory,
Yeah,
so I
that's
don't
fine.
want to impose, but I'm going to have a series of checks for him
That's fine.
and a series of poisoned conditions that would eventually lead to death if he didn't get an antidote.
Okay.
But it doesn't take effect until about 2 minutes, is what you said?
Well, no, death would happen in 2 minutes is what I was saying. But if you don't want to do that, that's totally fine.
No, that's your poison. Okay, I'm going to have him make a Constitution saving throw. He rolled it with advantage and still is below 13. So he takes a sip and he goes, what is that?
Yeah, and I go, now, my man, what you just there drank is what we call the Calgi flower back home. Well, it's going to kill you in about 2 minutes if you don't calm down. Now, I do have the antidote.
I'm sorry,
with me.
you just gave me what?
Yeah, it's called the hot. Ace, was I not clear?
He pulls his gun on you.
My friend here, Juniper, who I don't know if you heard, made all the water in town the other day, has a couple magical fire abilities. And I just look at her.
I do.
And now if you don't put that gun down, she's going to burn this antidote here that I have in my hand up, and I just hand her like this little bag. And you will not see the light of day tomorrow morning now. So you might
give
want
me
to
something for this.
That's right. You better put that gun down, sir. Throw that gun
Give
over
me an
here.
antidote.
Kick
Yeah,
that
why
gun
don't we-
right
why don't
on
we just
over
go
here.
ahead?
You
You
got
got
about
2 minutes. Why don't-
about
He
Go
shoots
ahead.
you. 13 to hit.
13 misses.
Dodged a bullet
I
there.
go, whoa, hey now.
I
What did I say?
I
And I
jump
get up
at
at this
him.
point.
I jump at him and try to grab the gun out of his hand.
Okay.
Or I just try to like shove him is what I mean, and get the gun, but like I'm trying to just move him.
Go ahead and make a grapple check.
What is that?
Strength check. It'll be a competing strength check.
Natural 20.
Okay.
I'm like, no.
Okay, great. So you're trying to hit the gun out of his hand. You
Yeah.
easily do that with a natural 20.
And I'm trying to like push him over in the
He's
process.
so
you know?
caught off guard and like coughing, like, and he's like really struggling
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
I'll
and
grab that gun
surprised-
as soon as I see it.
Grab the gun. Go ahead and make a dex save.
21.
Yeah, you easily are able to sort of catch the gun before it even hits the ground. And he falls over coughing and
And I stand above him. I'm like, hey now. No.
I need,
And I kind of like lean down next
I'll
to
just
him.
go ahead and
And I go, now.
I need the antidote.
Yep, you do. You're going to cooperate. Do you understand?
Yep, I do. I understand.
Yeah. And I go,
Please.
Juniper, can you hand me that antidote?
Here you go.
Thank you very much.
Please.
Thank you very much. Now, if I hear another lick of this to anyone about what we're doing, and if you get in the way again, we'll do it again. This is not hard for us to do. We just crushed you, punk.
Please, antidote. I
And
promise.
I'll like throw it like a couple feet away. We have his gun, right?
yeah, we have his
Yeah,
gun.
I'll like throw it a couple feet away. I'll be like, crawl.
He just scampers. Damn, Joe.
Yeah.
He scampers and like shuffles in the sand and like grabs it and pulls the top and like
And I stand up and I go, sorry. Wow, that was my mom coming out a little bit. Okay, we can talk now if you want.
Edna's like giving you this like far away look, like, what in the hell did you just do? Like, I don't think she's ever seen that side. And roll an insight check on Buck and anyone else who might be watching him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Ooh, I rolled bad. 5.
7.
22.
So Juniper, Cal's pretty pleased with himself, I'm assuming, as he sort of goes to like get back into the conversation and like feeling like he's won this little like mini battle with this guy and kind of obviously gotten the power hold over him. You notice this look pass over Buck's face where he's like, oh, and his eyebrows raise a little bit and there's a small smile, like he's just suddenly more interested. This became a lot more interesting to him than he thought it would be.
Okay.
He slowly gets up and dusts off his shirt and his trousers. And he walks over and he sits. So did you poison all the whiskey? Or just that one glass?
And I'll pull out another small vial of the antidote and just pour it into the whiskey and be like, it should be good in a second. And just give it a big like swish. No, I'll hand it to him.
He takes a deep swig and hands it back.
I'll take it.
All right, no questions then. What do you want from me?
Well, I think the question is, what do you want from us? Because you came here first, guy. You just kind of snuck out of the shadow over there.
I've been in this town much longer than you have. But you're right, I was spying on you. I was curious. Bunch of strangers show up to my town. Try to break some curse. No horses. No knowledge of what town it is. Of course I'm suspicious. Now, what do you want from me? I was just watching y'all.
I don't think we want anything. I think we want to go home. And so we're going to help break this curse so that we can do that. Tell you what, to be honest, I don't think we really care who gets the credit for this thing. We just want to do it, right?
Yeah.
But you got to be nice to our friend MacGuffin.
It's also pretty important to us that we collect this bounty.
And why is that?
Well,
Because we have to.
it
'Cause we
just
said
needs to
so.
happen. It's just supposed to happen.
I don't get any other answers from you other than that. He looks over at Juniper.
I don't think that you would understand.
I think I'd understand a lot more than you think.
Why?
You clearly are magical folk.
Are you magical?
Maybe.
Prove it.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. Make a flower grow. Make some water. We won't look.
Prove it because it's...
That was the perfect time to use that. Damn straight, we won't look, Ace. I'd go for the knuckles again.
All I'm saying is I'm no stranger to magical folk.
So prove
many
it.
might be. I'm not magical, but most I'm not no stranger to it. That's all
Where
I'm
are you
saying.
from?
I'm from these parts. This is my home now.
Right. Where did you
Now,
come from before
why
you were in
do
these
you
parts?
need this bounty? Because, most have gone in search of this cursed pirate from the Pacific for many a year and always gotten lost and always gotten starved and always got dehydrated until their death. So how do you know where you're going? Or do you need a guide? You let me live. You let me come back to the town with you. You let me say I helped you with this bounty and I'll be your guide. How about that?
Insight check?
Yeah. Insight check.
10.
It's a good idea and he knows it. But you don't know why he is offering it.
Why would you be okay with that?
Because he almost just killed me.
Yeah, but why would you be okay with not getting this bounty? It seems like it's a pretty big deal. And someone like you might benefit from getting the credit for something like this.
If I helped you, it gives me part of that.
But you're willing to give us the credit for the most part.
You planning on staying in the town long?
Nope.
Then sure, yeah. I'm willing to give you credit.
That funny, Ace?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's gonna take the credit when we leave. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, I see.
But that's okay. I don't really care about
Yeah.
that, to be
Well,
honest.
For all we know, we'll just be totally slandered by the time we leave. But that's fine.
That's a good
Or
point.
after
That
we
is a
leave.
good point.
Yeah,
But if we hear we're slandered, we'll just set them on fire.
that's true. There's no limit to the range of our magical ability. And I'm starting to talk with a little bit of a drawl myself as well.
And I'm
He
actually
looks
starting
at
to
you
talk
and he's
raw.
just like, you got lucky. Listen, you put that poison in the whiskey. I didn't realize. You got lucky, all right? Don't try and act like you're some big town cowboy coming in, you know? We got a deal or no?
Feel like a big town cowboy. Fine.
I think we have a deal.
We have a deal. But you let us sleep in peace.
All right. He gets up, shakes off the dust, and leaves.
Easy enough.
I'm going back to bed, and I go to sleep.
Are we not going to talk about that?
Shut up, Juniper. You tried to kill someone. You killed someone too. And I go to sleep.
All right. Okay.
Does anyone want to keep watch?
I'll keep watch.
Okay. Good night.
Guys get up the next morning. The sun is high. You hear Buck come out. He is not trying to hide or anything, so he kind of comes out in the open, and he's on his horse. You all ready to go?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He starts leading the way, and you guys start riding away from these mountains.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
What?
Didn't you have a friend?
Didn't you have a friend?
Yeah, didn't you have a friend?
He left this morning.
Where'd he go?
Anyhow,
Inside check.
Back to the town.
Inside check.
Why'd he go back to town?
Yeah, why'd he go back to town?
Because I didn't need him anymore.
Ah.
Natural one.
Do I see hoof prints? in the sand?
Same thing.
No, I mean, you do see another set of hoof prints in the night heading back towards town. You ready to go?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
He gets on his horse and he starts going. Go ahead and make a survival check, anyone who wants to sort of check where he's leading you.
17.
Dirty 20.
18.
So you all notice that you're kind of going a little bit more northwest. Not fully west.
Huh.
Why are we going northwest?
Yeah, it seems we're going a little bit more northwest than...
Listen,
We
and
should
this is
be.
as you guys are riding the horses, so he's sort of yelling over to you guys. I know where I'm going. Oh, trust me, come on. And he kind of
Alright.
keeps riding. Do you guys follow him?
Yep.
I guess so.
Okay.
Alright.
So you ride for most of the day. If you refilled all the canteens, Juniper, then we're going to do this pretty quickly. He's leading you, so I don't need you to do survival checks to make sure you know where you're going if you're just going to follow. So I'm going to say that it takes most of the day to get there. And so you can mark off 3/4 of your canteen. You have to be able to produce water or find a well or something in order to go basically another day. But by the end of the day, the sun is setting, and you see in the distance a shape kind of coming out of like a dune in the sand.
Like a ship shape?
Maybe. And as you keep riding along, he kind of comes upon this like wooden carving of a woman on the bow of a ship, sticking out of the sand. That's all that's visible. And then there's like a big sort of like mast-like structure sticking out further behind. But other than that, you gather that the rest of the ship is buried under the sand. But you've come upon what seems to be an ancient old shipwreck when there was water out here.
This is a cool
Guys,
ship.
I
mean,
mean, the
this
rest
has
of the
gotta
boat
be
is
it.
under the ground.
Yo.
He gets
That
off his
is
horse
probably
and
it.
walks
Ace, good
forward and
job.
puts his hand on his hips.
So now what?
Well, you tell me. You guys knew where the bounty was. This is as far as anyone else has gotten.
So they just get to the ship and they leave? They don't try to, like, dig it out or...
They have. The dunes blowed over again in the next few days, but it's been dug out. There's nothing in there.
Eddie or Juniper, do you have like detect magic or anything?
Oh, yes, I do. And Eddie runs forward, and she sits down, and she puts her hand on the wooden bow, and she, like, tries to remember something off the top of her head, and then she, like, chants it as if she's saying something from, like, rote memory, like a student from a flashcard. And you see this, like, sort of magic between her fingers, and she casts Identify on the ship. What she learns is that this is about, I'm going to say about 100 years old. It looks more weather-worn than it is. Like, it's almost like it's been made to look like it's old. And for some reason, it's like sitting out here in the desert. And the history, well, I guess she does, because from Identify, I'm trying to figure out how much she would learn from Identify, because it's not like a legend lore spell, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Identify usually just tells you what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
it's
she
a
learns.
ship.
She learns that it's a 100-year-old ship.
That it's intentionally
Yeah, and I'm
made
gonna-
to look.
Well, she wouldn't necessarily know that, but I'm going to have her doing an intelligence check then, because I was treating it like a legend lore spell, but it's not. But she rolls high. Okay, so she realizes that the ship looks a lot older than it actually is. And then she has this realization with her high intelligence roll that it also like doesn't have any reason to be out here. Like it's like there's other situations where like, oh, the water dried up, you know, but like there is no situation where they would be, and she doesn't know exactly where she is, but they've been out in the desert, and there's no, unless there was some magical reason that it would be out here. She's like, why is there a ship out here? It doesn't make sense.
Have we ever heard of airships?
Yeah, I'll say you've heard of airships. So she communicates that to you guys.
Do you think that this is like maybe an airship, or like this is just a hideout that was made to look like a ship, and it's not even a ship at all?
Well, I think we should try to get in at this ship.
I agree.
We should try to get to the bottom of this ship.
Well, we
Yes.
could dig it out. Do you want to try and dig it out?
Sure.
I guess, but isn't it like a freaking ship? Isn't it going to take forever? Does anyone have like mold earth or anything? That'd be sick.
No.
Well, we could.
Anyone else have any ideas? Buck? You seem to know all about this.
Yeah, book.
Yeah.
He kind of
Buck.
turns and he goes,
You got a big
listen,
shovel?
this is where everyone comes. They always try and dig it out, try to find some treasure, try to find some old bones of whoever this sea dog is. But that's the story. His ship wrecked. He came to the town. He cursed it. He came back out and died. No one's been able to ever find his remains, so...
It seems kind of odd that he would just curse it and leave.
They cursed it because they wouldn't take him in.
give him shelter. So we just left.
I'm gonna
Oh.
go. I'm gonna go
According-
walk
No.
up to the
But
part.
that's a good point, actually. You'd think you'd want to get revenge on that town now, wouldn't you?
Like, where else was he trying to go?
I don't know. Maybe there's water out here one of these days. This was a long time ago, right?
Well, but this is too close to, like...
Edna walks forward. Yeah, I kind of agree with Ace, actually. This ship, it doesn't make sense that it's here. And it's also, like, not as old as it looks. And he kind of looks at her. I'm going to have her doing it. This is weird. I don't like doing this between two characters. I'm going to have her do an insight check.
I want to go towards the front of the ship that's sticking out of the sand.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
And like, is there like a portion of the deck that's sticking out as well?
A little bit.
A little bit. So I want to go up and see if there are any holes or any like planks that have been taken off and whatever. And basically, I'm gonna go try to explore and see if I were to get through that deck, is it all filled with sand underneath there, or can I get down to a lower deck through that way?
Yeah.
I'd be willing to like I could cast Shalala and try to like break part of the deck apart so that I could see into
Okay.
there.
First off, give me an investigation check.
15.
15. Okay. Yeah, you're able to kind of see some spots. You open it up a little bit where you can kind of see through a crack. It is full of sand,
Okay.
like completely.
Okay.
I
I feel like I'm just gonna start digging. I don't really know what else we could
Yeah, I
do.
guess we just dig. Does anyone have any
Yeah.
tools?
think.
Well, I probably have a shovel. Let me just check my my backpack.
That's
here.
true. Ace usually comes prepared.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I would definitely have a shovel. I was just digging a bunker.
Another natural one. I've rolled like 4 natural ones tonight. So 5.
15.
Okay.
Josiah?
Have we had a single natural 20 tonight? You had 1.
2. I've had
2?
10
Okay.
plus
so,
a modifier of
So I had Eddie
4.
roll
14.
14. And you rolled 15? Okay, so you both picked this up. You're actually rolling to see Eddie's performance check. She noticed something, and she's kind of trying to give you like a look, like, "Hey, something's off," and she kind of indicates to Buck. Go ahead and make an insight check for him.
I'm not going to because I didn't pick up on Eddie's
7.
swing right.
16.
Cal, you don't notice anything. You just see him watching you. Wallace, with your roll, you notice a slight change in posture. He's not as relaxed as he's trying to appear to be. He's holding himself like he's ready to like spring for something. Like he's very tense. Like if you've seen like a cat walking towards the woods, or
He's about to pounce.
Yeah, he's got this. For anyone who's interested, Joe is doing the Thriller right now that turned into a cat pouncing. I don't know.
So he's doing Michael Jackson's Thriller dance. I'm gonna go ahead and like take a little side step and get my hand on the pistol that is now on my belt. I'm the cowboy in the situation now.
Are you looking at him?
I am.
Huh?
The cowboy
Are you like
now.
looking straight at him?
Yeah, I got my hands on my hips and I'm kind of like I do like a little side step, and I kind of like am like side eyeing him.
He's going to stop and look at you, and he's going to attempt to grapple the gun out from your hands.
Whoa!
All right, so I'm going to
So I need you to make.
side step again and
I
try
need
to
you
shoot
to
him.
make. No, I need you to make a dex save.
A dex save.
Yeah.
Just moves and pops him. Bang!
That's real good. That's a little 22 right there.
22. Okay, so you beat him. You get out of the way as he lunges for you. What do you do?
Hey!
I'm gonna pop him.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack him too.
Yeah, are you kidding me? I'm gonna
I'm
take
gonna
his pistol
just try
and I'm
to
just gonna
grapple
bye-bye.
him.
It's 18 to hit.
Okay, so you hit him. You hit him in the side, and he gets hit. And you see in this split second, the moment he gets hit, there's like a flash in his face that's like devoid of color. And you see his eyes go white and his skin go pale white for a moment, and his hair go pale white. And then it comes back, and you see like his
what
like tan skin
are
and like
you?
red like mustache. And he like staggers and he like snarls at you, and he attempts to get the gun again. And everyone roll initiative.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go ahead and go first. I'm gonna attempt to do another grapple check. You're gonna go ahead and make a strength save.
A strength save.
Yeah, and he's gonna attempt to wrench the gun from your hands.
Wrench.
It's throwing a wrench in the plan.
Or actually, just make a strength roll. It should just be competing strength rolls. That's what I'm gonna
Just
decide.
competing strength rolls. So I've rolled a 4.
He rolled a 14. So
0
My
and you live in the
strength-
woods?
he
My
manages.
dex though. My dex is a big
He
boy.
manages to get the gun from your hands, and you see at this point, all his features have kind of faded away at this
That
point.
gun's magical, I swear.
He's got this like pale pearly white skin that's like got this weird sheen to it. His hair is completely white. His eyes are these like orb like glassy eyes. And you see where the blood is coming out. It's almost like this gray black like kind of substance in his shirt. For
Gross.
any of you who probably know, he's a shapeshifter. He's
Yes.
a changeling.
Whoa.
And you see him clutching himself, and like he has the gun now. Next up is June.
If he moved towards me, do they get opportunity attacks?
He moved. The guy moved towards him to grapple him. So did anyone get any opportunity attacks?
Probably
No.
a little spread out.
No, I'm
yeah.
not going to say that.
Okay.
Yeah, June, you're sort of near the ship right now.
Okay.
Cal, I'm going to say you're like halfway from the ship and halfway from Ace.
That's fine.
And Eddie's like on the other side. She's like not near the ship, but she was like watching, but she was sort of staying away because she's like freaked out. And also I'm not playing her right now, like
Yeah,
fully.
that's fine.
So go ahead.
I'm going to cast Shillelagh on my staff. Shillelagh. And I'm going to try to smack him with it.
Roll to attack.
23.
That hits.
Okay, I do 10 damage.
Damn.
That was max. I rolled an 8, so that was
Nice.
Yeah, awesome. Anything else in your turn?
That's it.
He just takes the hit and like snarls again. Wallace, your turn.
I didn't like fall on the ground, right? I'm just gonna take a step back and shoot at him with my longbow.
So you have a longbow,
Natural
right?
20.
Yeah.
Question. If you are shooting a longbow at short range, isn't that at disadvantage?
If you are within 5 feet of a hostile creature and you make a ranged attack, then you
Yeah,
get
so I would back up to not be within 5 feet so that I could make my ranged attack.
Okay,
as
okay.
normal.
Great. Okay, so natural 20.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll damage.
So how are we doing it? Are we doubling or are we doing...
We're going to roll twice for this
We're
one.
gonna roll twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my rule when I'm DMing.
Okay, so 10 and then 8, so 18.
18 points.
Jeez!
He looks real bad. Edna is going to look at him and try to charm him. Okay,
Does the
he's
C
going to
stand
have
for
to
captain?
make...
Captain
I'm
Dog.
switching between two
Dog.
characters right now, so it's very difficult. Okay, he manages to save from it.
Oh.
So she walks forward and she like kind of chants like an incantation, like from rote memory. Like her eyes flare this like brighter gold, and he kind of shakes his head and shakes it off. So he's not charmed. Cal, it's your turn.
I'm gonna run up to him, pull out a dagger. I actually have 2 daggers, and try and like stab him in the back while he's fighting Ace.
Okay, roll to hit.
23.
That definitely hits. Roll
Okay.
damage.
So it's 1d4 plus 3 plus sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
It is 9 damage total.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
I run up behind him, and I like jump on his back. But like I kind of like kick him to the ground. Like I don't tackle him, but I almost like run up his back. If you know, like I kick his
Yeah,
knees
you, like,
in
drop
and
kick the
like
back of his
yeah,
knees,
yeah, and then
sure.
like jump on him, and then I put my dagger to his neck, and I just like I whisper in his ear. I just go, "I told you not to mess with us, old man," and then I slit his throat.
And he falls over. You see the blood seeping into the sand around him. His skin turns like an even paler white, like more translucent. And you can see him like slowly twitching his head and his fingers and his feet a little bit. And he stays totally still. Juniper, as you look over at the ship, you notice this like sheen of sort of like rotted wood and like weathered wood kind of just goes away. And it's just this old like dinghy. But it's not that old. And it's just sitting there. There was some sort of charm to make it look like
Above
an old...
the sand?
No, it's still buried. But what was you originally thought was this old, like abandoned, weather-worn ship is now just a normal dinghy. And it seems like he had sort of enchanted it to look like this old legend. And now that he's dead,
It dropped.
yeah, that charade is
So
dropped.
did he lead us to the wrong place?
No, that was Captain Sea Dog. And
Was
he
it?
would lead people out
Oh, and
to
kill
go
him.
search for it,
Oh.
and then he would kill them out
Yeah,
there.
yeah, okay.
That's why the town's so empty, and he's buying everything up. Sea Dog did come back.
Gal is just kind of standing over this dude, like probably paler than usual, and like he's holding his knife still, but like you might even be able to see his hands like shaking a little bit.
Cal?
He's just like,
Cal, was that the first time you killed somebody?
yeah, I'm fine. We did it. And he kind of just looks up at everyone, still like a little like a little shaken up. He's like, cool.
Hey, come here.
Okay.
Come here. Just like take the dagger if you'll let me have it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. Here. And I like go into his backpack and take out the whiskey. just a little
And
sip.
I'm like, yeah. And I
Yeah.
grab it really quick, and I
Yeah.
like
just a quick
take
sip,
a
and I don't.
massive.
I'm like,
no, I
I'm
like start chugging it.
Hey,
or
hold on
trying
now.
to.
Hold
I'm
on.
like, sorry.
Hey, just a little something to take the edge off. It's okay.
Mm.
We'll talk about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
We'll
gonna talk
talk.
about it,
We'll
buddy.
talk.
And I'm gonna pick up that.
I'm fine.
I'm gonna pick up that cowboy's belt with a holster and put the gun in it. I'm just gonna hand it to Cal.
Dude, what am I gonna do with a gun?
He's
You're
not
gonna
a
be
big
super
gun guy.
dope, is what you're gonna do with it. You're a cowboy now. You're a real cowboy.
I take the gun, and I kind of just look at it, and then under my breath, like you can really quietly hear me just go, "Can I have the spurs too?"
Yeah, you take
Can I
the
have the
spurs.
Can you give me the spurs?
Yeah. We'll get you the spurs.
And then you just like, you hand me the spurs. I'm just standing there with like a belt with a pistol and spurs in my hand, and I'm like, okay,
Deep breaths.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna check the guy's pockets.
Go ahead and make an investigation
He
check.
didn't own the bank.
He did.
He did.
He probably has the key to the bank. It's probably where the
I was
bank
thinking maybe just money on him, but
Yeah.
You don't really find anything.
Ace.
Yeah, sure. I can check.
Eddie's just kind of quietly standing there. She's not really saying anything, and she's kind of looking at Cal right now, just like eyes wide.
Rolled a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You find $2 silver dollars.
Not bad.
Eddie,
Yes.
you okay?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I guess this day has been a lot for people, huh? All right, let's head back to town. We'll sort through this all.
Do we need to bring the body for the bounty?
Yep.
I suppose we should.
I'm gonna check the dinghy also and
Too
make
bad
sure
we
there's nothing like on
don't-
the dinghy or
we could
in
use
it.
the dinghy.
It's like so cheap.
It's nothing. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it like literally like he put it there and like enchanted it to look like this big thing so that he could use it.
You know what?
Is what you're
I'll
gathering.
I'll take the body and I'll throw it in the dinghy and then grab some rope so that we can easily drag it across
Well,
the sand.
I was actually just gonna say, why don't we put the body on the horse that he rode here, and we'll just have the horse come along.
That would be so much easier. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. Let's do that instead.
So I'll like maybe with your help, I feel like the two of them need to kind of just.
yeah.
But me and Ace will get the body and hoist it up onto the horse, kind of secure it on there, and I'll like get the reins and kind of fasten them to my horse. And
Okay.
we can hop on the horse and we'll pull him along.
Great. We're gonna fast track this a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit. Is
fine.
there anything you guys want to do
I'll make
during
some more
your
water.
camp site? You're camping that night.
No. Cal does not stay watch. He just goes to bed immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Juniper definitely is keeping a specific eye the whole day and into the evening on Eddie and Cal.
Yeah.
And doesn't say anything yet, but is checking on them.
Eddie is much more kind of not like she was in shock at first, but
Sure.
she's back to kind of her old
Okay.
self.
Yeah.
But the only thing is though, she keeps glancing over at Cal like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah.
But she's not as like in shock like Cal
Sure.
is.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I think
Is Cal
he's a
still
little
kind of
more
Just
Cal's
I
just
can't
like,
answer
yeah.
that
He's
blank
just like,
stare.
yeah. He just looks like he's thinking about so many things.
Yeah.
I offer him my herb pipe that I'm smoking now.
I'm good. I have this bottle of whiskey. It's probably half gone by the time.
I make sure that he's drinking water and eating some jerky.
All right, you guys make it back to the town. You find when you get there that the well truly has come back to life.
Yeah.
The sheriff is like thrilled and just so happy. And he welcomes you in and you kind of explain the bounty to the best of your ability.
Buck.
Yeah. And they thank you, and I'll give you guys a chance to... do you want to do anything in this town before heading back to the observatory, or are you guys kind of keen to get home? I know Eddie would be keen to get home, but she would kind of defer to what the group wants.
Well, I would ask him, hey, did Mr. Bad Guy have a stash of... Did he have some sort of armory?
Yeah, I mean, you get... I'll say you get there's 2 pistols. There's 1 sawed-off shotgun. There's like a little music box and a whole bunch of money.
I'll take the music box and some. How much money do you think each of us get?
I'll say split among you in terms of gold, because I know that's kind of how you track it on this.
What does the money look like? Paper money?
Yeah. So actually, let's not say gold,
Yeah.
because I think it's kind of fun. You can put it in your inventory.
Yeah.
Let's say you each get about $50.
This is a kind of random question, but the cigar that I got, what was the name of it? Or is it just a blank cigar? It could be just that too.
I want to say it's hand rolled.
Just like a plain hand-rolled cigar?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can say it's if you're putting it in your inventory, you can call it Sheriff McGriffith's hand rolled cigar.
Yeah.
McGriffith's.
McGriffin.
I made up the name and I can't even say it. I'll say there's a moment where the four of us are sitting around a table in the back corner of the saloon. It's a little quieter at the end of the night. Everyone's bought everyone a bunch of drinks. I think that night Eddie turns and she kind of turns to Cal and she goes, Cal, is there something you're not telling us? You just seem to know a lot about hits and then the poison and everything.
You also mentioned your mom a couple times.
Nope.
She's gonna roll an inside check.
Yeah. Yeah, he rolled a 7, so.
She matches it.
I rolled a 10.
19.
I mean, it's pretty clear something, but he clearly also doesn't want to talk about it. He probably just takes another drink and is like, never killed someone before.
He would have killed us if you hadn't. You did what you had to, you know.
It's not murder if it's self-defense.
That's what I say.
Yeah. You did the right thing.
He also killed a lot of people and ruined that town. So he was not a good person.
Wasn't really a person, actually.
Old sea dog.
You guys, the Whirlwinds never asked us to, hurt anyone before.
This was different, though. This was stopping the hurt of a lot of innocent people, though.
Yeah.
But I do
It
see
is
what you're
kinda
saying.
weird, though.
It feels a little different.
But we saved a whole town.
We did.
I guess so.
They have water now. They might be able to rebuild now.
I don't know. It's just, we've done so many. It's sent us so many places, and sometimes we stay for a day, sometimes we stay for a few. It just depends on what we have to do, but this time does feel different. I feel like I've been here way too long. But I don't really want to. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home. Why don't we go home? Sound good, Cal?
Yeah, that sounds good.
It'll be okay. I promise.
Hope Jake's doing well.
Yeah, R.I.P. to a real one, you know?
Yeah, well.
Maybe not R.I.P. He might be okay. He just ran off.
He's probably fine. I think he was fine before, too. Yeah.
The four friends head back, and the observatory shoots back home, where seemingly nothing has changed, but for these four friends, a lot has changed.
So Cal goes home and walks in the door and just drops his stuff and immediately goes and finds his mom and just kind of looks at her with a big kind of on his face, but also the kind of face where he just looks at her and she kind of looks back and can immediately know immediately knows what's going on, and he just runs and gives her a big hug.
On that note, that's where we'll end it.
It's a beautiful little moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, we've had some cool moments already.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
The
And I
last
also-
episode had a cool moment too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There's been some cool ones.
Now
Well, you
two of
gotta
us have killed.
close it out, I think, right?
Oh, yeah, you got to close this
Yeah.
out, Lauren.
Thanks everyone for listening.
Join us next time.
Yeah, join us next time and
Please.
just see the madness and the craziness that comes up when we're all just improving this one shot. We have a lot of fun and we really appreciate you listening.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to say, so see you later.
God's
Peace out,
Godspeed.
boys.
Please come back.
Thanks for listening to the Whirlwind Chronicles. Got any ideas for a new genre or hook? Subscribe and leave us a comment. You can also send it to whirlwindchronicles@gmail.com. Our renegade adventures may just go there next. Tune in for new episodes every Monday.